menjadi pembahasan yang menarik. Tapi perangkat pertandingan ini selalu upgrade Reza dari hari ke hari di Piala Dunia 2026 ini.
Dan tuntutan makin besar ya. Kan kalau buat wasit, jadi bukan hanya harus bisa berbahasa Inggris, tapi juga harus bisa untuk mengumumkan di dalam stadion ya. Jadi memang semakin banyak dituntut skillnya sekarang untuk seorang wasit.
Iya, itulah makanya tadi kita bilang bahwa perangkat pertandingan ini terus di-upgrade, apalagi biasanya di fase-fase krusial ini, detail-detail momen ini akan sangat menentukan Mas Gita. Karena kalau di babak penyisian grup, salah masih ada hari buat memperbaiki di pertandingan kedua, pertandingan ketiga. Tapi kalau sekarang,
terutama VAR ya, karena VAR dengan suara sekarang, bahkan kalau kita bicara beberapa wasit kan dengan aksen mereka masing-masing, yang terkadang juga bahasanya agak meragukan untuk bisa memberikan memberikan arahan yang tepat apakah keputusan itu.
Dan Jalal ini jadi wasit asal Maroko pertama yang jadi wasit tengah di Piala Dunia sejak 2002, ketika itu Mohamed Gezas jadi wasit di Korea dan Jepang.
Tatiana Guzman asal Nicaragua, ada Hamzah Al-Farik dan juga Abdullah Al-Sheri sebagai support VAR. Dan ini dia, Reza Pradita, kita akan melihat bagaimana starting lineup yang diturunkan oleh Julian Nagelsmann.
Iya, Nathaniel Brown setelah mendapatkan cedera ringan, dia kembali ke posisi bek kiri menggantikan David Raum. Rudiger mendampingi Itah karena Slotterbeck mendapatkan cedera. Kimmich akan tetap ditaruh di posisi bek kanan, sedangkan di tengah ada duet Alexander Pavlovic dengan Felix Nmecha. Di depan, Florian Wirtz dan Leroy Sané akan ada di kedua sisi sayap, tapi Dennis Undav mencuri posisi dari Jamal Musiala dan akan bertugas di belakang Kai Havertz, layaknya ketika duetnya bersama dengan Nick Voldemade di VfB Stuttgart 2 tahun lalu.
Ya, di bangku cadangan masih ada pemain seperti Nadim Amiri yang akan bisa menjadi game changer. Dan Mas Gita, silakan, ini dia 11 pertama dari Paraguay.
Ya, kita lihat Jose Canale masuk di lini belakang, kemudian Orlando Gil tetap sebagai penjaga gawang. Tidak adanya Diego Gomez yang membuat mau tidak mau Andres Cubas akan dimainkan sebagai gelandang bertahan. Lini depan Gabriel Avalos yang sudah berusia 34 tahun.
Iya, sementara kita akan melihat bagaimana kembalinya Miguel Almiron.
Avalos, Bobadilla, Almiron. Ini Paraguay jurus kipernya yang pukul bola gawang musuh beda, itu Tsubasa goblok.
Terus basic ya, suruhin dah.
Anjing. Bang kacau Mas Buk anjing. Emang iya.
Ini yang saya sukai. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badaknya.
TVRI beli lisensi ini.
Iya, TVRI. Beli lisensi dah. 1,3 T katanya.
Dan kita akan melihat sesaat lagi pertarungan dari kedua pelatih yang juga sudah berada di touchline, Gustavo Alfaro dan Julian Nagelsmann. Semuanya sudah siap dengan strateginya masing-masing.
Beda dong, beda zaman.
Dari Boston, Amerika Serikat untuk round of 32. Wasit asal Maroko pun sudah siap. Kita akan menyaksikan laga Maroko menghadapi Jerman.
Kayaknya tukang live score tidur jing.
Si ketuk-ketuk antena, taruh di kaleng kerupuk biar sinyal makin kuat.
First appearance in a World Cup knockout game for Germany since they lifted the famous trophy in 2014. And Paraguay have had to wait nearly 2 decades for this moment to come around. They are in the navy blue. Germany top to toe in white and already on the back foot here. This is the footwork of Enciso. That's one Paraguay corner here with just 21 seconds played.
Yeah, good start by Paraguay, got the ball forward. They're going to want to try to apply as much pressure to this German back four and goalkeeper as possible. This is an area that they might be able to expose Germany. They've not been very good.
Sakit hati tuh Jepang tadi, nonton gua meh. Sakit hati aja golnya.
Characteristic of German football.
Jujur.
Semenit aja udah mau perpanjangan.
Mending semenit, 30 detik anjir.
Semenit Dam, menit
30 detik, orang 95-30 kok golnya.
Gua ngeliat 94-50. Wush, anjing. Suruh tag kacau di Discord katanya nanti di invite kalau mau.
And again this German defense is really struggling getting there.
Sini aja nih, apa? Ini kalau babak pertama nggak gol juga tidur gua, endstream.
Oh, he had a good chance, just scuffed his shot, put it into the ground.
Mananya dia masih nggak?
Another let off by Germany on set pieces.
Mana dia?
Normally so resilient in that department.
Balas ini.
Nobody will have been more pleased to see the scuff of Junior Alonso than Manuel Neuer, given everything that happened a few days ago against
nanti
Ecuador
dulu.
and the
Nah, malah lebih bagus ini sih
criticism that
Maroko.
he has faced since in
Maroko
his home
bagus Dam.
country.
Wah, Maroko nomor 7
Some debate over
ranking
whether Germany
dunia,
were going
coy.
to change their
Gila lu.
goalkeeper for this round of
Akraf
32
Hakimi.
game. They haven't.
Allahu Akbar. La
Goblok.
Kimmich,
ilaha illallah.
Leroy Sané for Germany.
Gue lebih tertarik ini sih nonton Jerman.
Remember, both of these teams have scored goals
Masalahnya
within
tuh
the
ya,
first 2 minutes
seru
of this
karena
World
ini udah
Cup.
ke knockout langsung kan.
Iya.
Tahu Jerman gak hoki lawan
Nah
Paraguay
itu
langsung
maksud gua,
pulang.
itu maksud gua.
Ya.
Tadi juga gua ngarep Brazil kalah
Away
jing.
from him, no foul on Kimmich, and off goes
Gua ngarep
Encina,
Brazil kalah jing.
who is a sole runner at the moment for Paraguay.
Tadi gua ngarep Brazil kalah bro. Menangnya nyesek anjir.
Trying to bounce
Jepang,
between 3 or
kalahnya
4.
nyesek Jepang anjir.
Emerging with the ball for Germany is Mecha.
Belanda juga sangar sih.
Now, one thing that was on display to see is the Germans have a lot more pace than the Paraguayan team. And on that transition from attack to defense, you saw 7-8 bodies get back, and Paraguay only attacking with 3.
Undaf.
There is some concern here for Gustavo Gomez.
Almiron.
This is really
Yo, anu
quite
negara
worrying
mah,
from a
gua
Paraguayan
Prancis.
perspective. The
Kecuali
captain,
kalau
the
Portugal
leader, the man
ngegolin
with
gue
the
jadi
most
Portugal.
experience in this Paraguay team. And bear in mind they are without Omar Alderete, his
Belanda
regular
paling.
centre-half partner.
Prancis Belanda. Prancis Belanda
It's rightfully
Portugal.
concerning for Paraguay.
Bang Radit, siapa Bang
I
Radit?
don't see anything that jumped out at me, and this may be a pre-existing injury, or his toe could have gotten stuck in the grass.
Semuanya kagak, emang
Man who has spoken
bagus-bagus
previously
mainnya.
about being
Mana ya?
obsessed with playing at a World Cup.
Golnya harusnya nih.
Gustavo Gomez.
Wah, handball.
Kiper tolol.
Oh kirain kena Undaf. Almiron.
He will be the most concerned of the lot, the Paraguay head coach Gustavo Alfaro. He's on his feet, which is the first positive side. Breaking out into a small canter as well, Gomez.
Yes, and Almiron just signaled over to Alfaro that he was going to be okay. Maybe that's more hopeful than anything else.
Gomez will get himself patched up. Paraguay will go on with 10 for now. Even with 11 players on the pitch, it would feel like only 10 if Gomez wasn't out there for them. It's his new centre-half partner today, Jose Canale. This is Pavlovic for Germany. To Florian Wirtz. Still waiting for his first World Cup goal.
Cakep.
Kai Havertz is sniffing around.
Lah, kemana?
Tried to get inventive.
Bukan mau dioper kanan, jing.
Bursting with confidence right now, Dennis Undav.
Yeah, that's why he's on the pitch. You see the goalkeeper come off his line here, and Undav sees the opening, just can't execute.
Iya, gue kira mau dioper tuh, udah minta, jing.
For today, Dennis Undav's last 3 German starts, a goal and an assist against the Netherlands, 2 goals against Bosnia-Herzegovina, and 2 goals and assist against Finland. And clearly has come off the bench to great effect for Germany at this World Cup already too. Gomez is back out there now for Paraguay.
Sané.
Sané. Havertz. Sané again, who got the last German goal, or at least the most recent one in that defeat to Ecuador.
Ya tuh kanannya Jerman kurang ya sih, Dem. Sané.
Jonathan Tah. Antonio Rudiger. Fitz. Makes a dash and then sends a delicious ball in, which is nudged behind for Germany's first corner of the game by
kanannya.
Yeah, really good ball in, creative, clever. Just look how deep Paraguay is. They're getting pushed back right on top of their goalkeeper. They're going to have to step out a little bit, giving the goalkeeper no room to work. Very difficult for the center backs, always being that close to your goalkeeper.
Germany's captain of almost 2 years now, Joshua Kimmich, took the armband after Ilkay Gundogan announced his international retirement. Right back, centre midfield, he can do it all. Kimmich's delivery is deep and back across it came to Undab, but it has dropped for
Ya
Fitz.
Allah, jelek banget.
Couldn't keep it down.
Well, both sides not covered themselves in glory defensively. Lost the marker. Paraguay lost the marker at the far post. Bertz will want that one back. That is a technique he does have. He does possess.
Just the one goal in his final 17 games of the season for Liverpool. In a way, he will be hoping to find form at this World Cup. Brown's ball not quite with enough height. Here is Pavlovic. Havertz. Undab the only one in the box at the moment, and the ball takes a deflection, so it doesn't come to him, and then Ceres very calmly back to Hill, his goalkeeper. One of 6 goalkeepers that Paraguay used in qualifying, which is quite extraordinary.
It's got to be the most out of any team in all of qualifying.
Certainly the most that I've ever heard of a team using in a single qualifying period. Those 2 German centre-halves are high at the moment, Tah and Rudiger. The former who played it out towards Wirtz, and Ceres and Almiron trying to find a way out. Almiron is sent tumbling by Pavlovic.
Well, this is a dangerous game Paraguay's playing. I liked how they set up at the beginning because they were pressing high up the field. Now they've got everyone within about 25, 30 yards of the goal, and when they do win the ball, there's just nobody to play it to. We've seen that with Ghana and England. Yes, they defended it out to a 0-0. Maybe that's their plan, but I think this German team has a lot of weapons to be able to unlock this deep line defense.
Who was equally adept at going wide or coming infield as he did there with some purpose. Rudiger. Pavlovic.
Telat mulu wasitnya.
It's going to be a Germany free kick, and Ciso penalised for leaving one in on Kimmich after he played that ball. May very well have been anticipating a physical night, Germany. It is not necessarily their greatest attribute. That might be a method in the Paraguay playbook to try and grind Germany down.
Yes, but if you concede against Germany early, then you have to change tactics completely. If they do score themselves, maybe on a set piece, then it could be a long afternoon for Germany.
Didn't get enough on his clearance, and with the delicate touch of the deal with the clearance.
Well, percentages would tell you that this favors
20 menit
Germany.
banget. 11 menit 20 detik.
Better in small, tighter spaces.
Tukang live score tidur anjir.
who at least in these early stages appears to be the furthest forward of the ball for Germany. So much on that lifted ball forward from Rudiger.
11-4, 11-37, 38, 39, 40.
Felix Metscher.
And he's the one between the two deep line midfielders that will get into the box more of a box-to-box player. Pavlovic will sit more.
Pavlovic bits. Away by Finale, who will not be adverse to putting his foot through the ball at any opportunity.
And there's just nothing there. I think he's just trying to slow down the game, trying to act like he got hit in the face and it was a hand on the chest that went to the neck. This is Paraguay's intent, keep this game as slow as possible.
Nick Voltemada in the background there with his top off. He is one of only a couple of German players in terms of outfield numbers who have not had minutes so far at this World Cup.
Berapa nih?
0-0.
Jerman, Paraguay.
Terserah, ambil cemilan dulu, Serak.
An early pattern that perhaps was anticipated by many. German possession of plenty. Rudiger and Wirtz, and round the corner for the advancing Brown. And Almiron went with him. Won 11 games in a row, Germany, before that defeat to Ecuador in New Jersey. Vinicius delivery, the goalkeeper was really struggling here. He was coming through a crowd and got a bump on the way.
Yeah, Paraguay's man marking and Germans are setting a lot of picks for one another.
Kirain baju yang
Should also
sama
be a
anjir.
lesson for players in this World Cup with the new rule. When you go down, you have to stay out a certain amount of time before you can come back on the pitch, and that was Paraguay defending a set piece down a man. I don't think there was a foul that he needed to play act with.
Back on now, Caceres, highly praised for his performance against Vinicius Junior when Paraguay beat Brazil in one of their World Cup qualifiers. And Brazil, as we saw earlier today, second name into the round of 16 at this FIFA World Cup after Canada's win 24 hours ago against South Africa. Actually, 3 of the Paraguayan starting 11 tonight play their club football in Brazil. 4 from Argentina, 2 from the United States. And a sole representative of Russia and France amongst the Paraguayan 11. But back to Zane. Stretches his legs.
Ini masuk TV kan, omongan.
So did Canale.
Tahu, masuk kan, Rod?
Masuk. Lu mau gua masukin?
Yeah, well covered. Good tackle. Kasane has the face over him.
Baru gua ubah aja.
Jangan gak sih?
Dia mau nangis.
Jangan gak sih? Menangis. Lu nangis tuh.
Baru.
They're not necessarily building up a head of steam, but they look like they're loading the engine.
Udah nggak masuk harusnya.
Pavlovic to Metscher.
Ya nggak masuk. Coba ngomong. Ya nggak masuk.
So Antonio Rudiger, who will be coached next season by Jose Mourinho. His return to Real Madrid. Switch of play by Tar back towards Undav, who then drifted into that wide area for Germany. Paraguay feeling pinned at the moment. Wirtz. But there'll be an element of this that they won't mind.
I mean, it's tough in this heat to just sit here and defend and run after the ball. On the flip side, if all the players are bought into it and everyone's going to fight, as we've seen a few teams do in this World Cup, you can frustrate some teams. But it is dangerous to play like that, always inviting pressure onto yourselves.
Really interesting press conference from Gustavo Alfaro yesterday, the Paraguay head coach, spoke at length about how people across the globe had contacted him to congratulate him on Paraguay's place in the knockout stage, but said that the feeling wasn't shared by everyone in Paraguay itself. He says they're being very critical of him at the moment because they didn't finish in the top 2 in the group. Of course, it would have been Egypt rather than Germany had they done so.
Oi.
He's circulating the ball well. Wirtz, that wasn't
Nggak
particularly
kayak
good
pernah
pass
denger.
by him, helped out by the alertness of Kimmich. Rudiger restarting things. Kimmich collects it from Tar. Rosane.
Nggak ada, dia hidup dia sehat anjir.
Back from Mecha. Hooked away by Bobadilla.
If the game keeps panning out like this, it might be a good game for Voltemade to come in and have the wingers get crosses in the box.
The brush with danger early on, Germany, but Paraguay are having to absorb a lot right now. Sane, who has, that's and Alonso there, and between the two of them, towards Enciso, but asking too much of him. Turn of direction from Mecha.
Ya Allah.
Stepping in Canale.
Sama siapa? Dibeli sama siapa?
And we were down at pitch side earlier, Brad, and it is very, very warm here in Boston.
It is. So the more that you have the ball, you're not going to feel it. The more you don't, you're running around, you are going to feel it.
Rosane's got time to get his head up, have a little look what's available to him in the box. Backwards it comes instead for Kimmich. Tar sends it on for Rudiger, and Wirtz and the German wide men are staying wide, Wirtz and Sane. It's clearly an instruction from Julian Nagelsmann.
Yeah, it could be that we find Wirtz out on the right and Sane on the left and see if they can go around the outside and get crosses in the box. They're also going to want to try to find Havertz and Undav in that number 10 role, because they are interchanging between the 9 and the 10.
Ada winger anjir.
There was the FIFA Secretary General, and the man in the middle there, Matthias Rafstrom. Paraguay 37th in the world right now in terms of the FIFA rankings. Germany, not as high as they'd like to be. They've slipped outside the top 10 recently, currently in 12th. Briefly pinched by Mateusz Galatza, but then he's the one who's given away the free kick. He was also the one that scored that super goal against Turkey, one of only 2 goals that Paraguay have scored at this World Cup.
Yeah, I think the referee got it absolutely correct, and here we are again with Paraguay defending. This German side in the attacking third, when they do get the ball in there, they just have to pick up the pace a little bit. Feel like they're in first or second gear. They need to get to third or fourth and move the ball like in a space like that. Move it a little quicker.
It's Andres Cubas who was hungry to reach it, and here is Avalos. Possession presented back to Germany again. And rather unnecessarily, Tars had a grab at Gabriel Avalos. This going to be the final moment.
Copyright anjing. Lagunya babi. Tadi seru banget nonton Coach Hanif, emang ya? Coach Hanif sama siapa? Cendi, Dapon, Isan. Oh, Cendi diundang lagi. Yelo, Cendi.
As one Paraguay newspaper put it over the weekend, Germany is a giant in world football. We are only a small light, but why shouldn't this little light shine brightly over Boston in the end?
Iya, karena lucu-lucu aja di sana. Dia nggak berguna tentang bola.
We are looking at small milestones within the game. Paraguay, it is the first test passed. Who reached a foot up, but obviously withdrew it at a suitable height. It's Bobadilla who's given it away. Roizane, that goal against Ecuador, the second fastest in World Cup history for Germany.
Tawa karir anjing Damkina. Kemungkinan ketawa karir anjing.
Ryan Beers. Wide man towards Sané and got it stuck onto the boot. Prodded out of play by Alonso.
Tim ketawa karir dam. Gum, lo harus nyobain tas bar hero sih, Gum. Lumayan RMT-nya, Gum.
We have seen, haven't we, so many of the nation's top players glisten at this World Cup.
RMT-nya lumayan, listriknya juga lumayan.
Waiting for their star forwards to express themselves in the same way. And on their day, that German front four can hurt anybody.
Yes, they can. At the moment, Paraguay is putting
jadi ada item yang level 15 katanya ungu. Di sekitar 14 juta. Dan itu sama dapatnya cuma ini doang. Jadi menyatukan barang yang sampah dikumpulin terus disatuin kayak ke blacksmith. Ya crafting terus dijadiin jadi satu barang itu. Tapi sekali buang barang itu bisa 9 barang itu. Nah itu warna ungu. Tergantung. Kalau lu misalnya main RP bisa kan ditinggal, kan bisa dua ini dia. Bisa dua login. Main RP sambil main TBH main bisa. Iya. Offset.
Offside flag would have denied any potential German celebrations anyway.
Yeah, something that Sané's really good at these off-the-ball runs. Well, that may have been checked. It was very close, but that's better. Try something different. Get in behind Paraguay's back four. Paraguay's doing a very good job of limiting Undav and Havertz, so you're going to have to use Wirtz and Sané as much as you can.
Iyalah, jelas.
Playing that game against Australia, Miguel Almiron, because of his red card against Turkey, covering his mouth in a confrontational manner. The new rules at this 2026 FIFA World Cup, so despite the absence of Gomez and Alderete from the back line, there'll be some pleasure in having Almiron back, who has wriggled his way forwards, ran out of room with Pavlovic's presence. Brown, the left back, Fitz now. Dav is occupying a position on the edge of the Paraguay 6-yard box. Saras does a good job on Fitz that time. Here's Havertz. Get the free kick from Gomez, but Germany have it again with Brown. That's as far as Pavlovic. Kimmich. Now Leroy Sané. Sticking to their task, Paraguay, as Gomez heads it away. What a free kick to further relieve the pressure.
Yeah, Undav tried to be clever and keep the push low on his back, but he did make a push.
9 goals in his last 9 Germany appearances. See there, Jonathan Tah just having to shield his eyes slightly. That ball was coming directly out of the sky and clearly had the sunshine square in his face there, the German centre-half. Sané's going to have another go at Alonso here. This is Rudiger. Wirtz. Mecha. Gustavo Gomez was holding on to Kai Havertz. He released the hands in time.
Much better by Germany. You see how quick the football was moving. I mean, you would think eventually Kubas, Bobadilla, and Galarza, who have done an incredible job defensively, are going to tire at some stage.
There's Kimmich. Rudiger. Pavlovic. Forcefully forward towards Havertz. It was essentially blocked by Caceres. Smartly done by Rudiger, down towards Kimmich. It's a debate about his position in this German team as well, not whether he should be playing, but where he should be playing. Central midfielder on a regular basis for Bayern Munich, but Nagelsmann persists in using him as the fullback.
He's equally good at both. He's a leader, so he's going to be on the field. Nagelsmann obviously like Nemecha and Pavlovic.
And that is Pavlovic, and this is Sané. The last touch came off the German.
That was that move earlier, and Havertz posted
lagi nobar.
Maybe could have popped off about 2 more yards and not been near the player, but that was a good move by the Germans. They 3 or 4 combination passes at the top of the box.
It's a
tadi
right now for Gabriel Avalos.
Tadi diajakin. Gue juga ini kalau babak 1 nggak gol tidur gua.
In the team because his hold-up play is very good, but he just isn't seeing much of that ball at the moment. It's either a Paraguay right now. Cesar, he tried to dribble his way out of danger. Almiron's going to do the same. Almiron does win the free kick.
I think you see a little tug of the shirt by Nemecha. Almiron doesn't have the pace that he once had, but still has some wheels. You do have to give a lot of credit to Galarza, Bobadilla, and Kubas, because they are double teaming every ball that the Germans play into the front 4. Tireless work, not work that gets your name in the newspapers the next day, but making it really hard for the Germans to create chances.
A proud footballing nation, Paraguay, known for their warrior-like mentality, which is probably a necessity when you are flanked by Brazil on one side and Argentina the other. Not easy to make your voice heard in South America's rich football culture. They are making a splash at this World Cup. And they changed the angle of the pass, went for Pavlovic instead. Who was forcefully met by Plenty. Caceres. And the out ball is Almiron. Back off him by Brown. And here's Havertz, and Germany have got several forward here. Havertz. Again, a really vital piece of defensive work.
Banyak buat pelanggaran anjing.
And you see the tracking back by the German team. They're just trying to win the ball back. It is a foul. Earlier, Almiron was on the ground, and all Rudiger did was tap him, saying, like, is he okay? And he tried to fake like he was slapped in the face. I don't think there's any need for that in football.
There are the famous Avi Roja colours, the white and the red of Paraguay. Flicked by Avalos to the reach of Enciso. Sixth time in a knockout round game at this World Cup, at a World Cup, I should say, for Paraguay. They have never scored a goal in a World Cup knockout game. At the moment, this is a case of largely resistance from the South Americans. Sane comes at them again.
Again, that was Galarza going over and doubling. And he is sprinting out there and making it really difficult for Leroy Sané.
Too much freestyle, not enough structure was his assessment of the defeat to Ecuador. Didn't matter in terms of Germany progression. They were already through after their opening 2 group game victories, but nevertheless you never really know, do you, how a defeat might change the mentality of a group at a tournament like this. Certainly off colour, the Germans, in that game in New York, New Jersey. Tars lofted ball forward, Caceres, and Hill unable to prevent it from going behind.
Well covered by Caceres. You see he had a lot of ground to make up. Ball was just a little under hit.
Third German corner of the afternoon. The short one from Wirtz to Brown. Back to Florian Wirtz again. Punch on the pass through to Kimmich.
Just that final touch lacking from Wirtz.
Wirtz's ball in. Badia, and it has struck the arm of Pavlovic. He's a Bayern boy all the way, Alexander Pavlovic, born in Munich, was a ball boy at the club. Didn't get to play his part in Euro 2024, had to pull out on the eve of the tournament because he had quite a severe bout of tonsillitis, so this is his huge opportunity to impress at a major tournament for Germany. Almiron's got the corner here. Got his way towards Brown, and the last touch came off the left back.
So finishing the half as they started with a set piece. As this half has transpired, this is really the only way that Paraguay can score.
And as we saw from a few days ago, one of perhaps the fallibilities of this German team. Is Almiron's corner. The lawyer's punch away was decisive. With no questions to be answered there. Caceres. Back to the corner kick taker, Almiron. Galarza.
Wis! Cakep anjing. Golnya.
Scored for Paraguay.
Cakep golnya.
Their first ever goal in a knockout game at a World Cup.
Cakep golnya, bro.
Enciso will be a Germany in a spot of bother.
And again, it's defending a set piece. It's only partially cleared. They don't win a tackle there, no pressure to the ball. And this is the best moment of the match. A very good 2v2 motion on the right-hand side. Tremendous cross. That cross came in by Galarza, and Galarza's had an incredible half. Most of it defending. It's a really good header, and just remarkable. It is truly remarkable how Germany finds themselves losing going in at halftime, or nearly going in at halftime of this match. I think that's the third time that Paraguay's been in Germany's 18-yard box.
And Enciso has made it count. And that is a goal that will send ripples across Paraguay and beyond. A seismic scoreline, Germany 0, Paraguay 1. And now they really do have something to defend Paraguay. Well, there is some way to go, but this would be some World Cup shock. Bobadilla into the heels of Brown. Forward by Almiron, and Enciso will give chase. Neuer's starting position was strong. Sané. Mitchell. Chubas working hard in there. Wasn't a great deal of him. He's only 5'6". He's called the Motorcito in Paraguay, which is the little engine. Engine's in overdrive at the moment.
That little engine hasn't stopped running defensively for this first 45 minutes.
Germany really do need to rev things up here. This is Rudiger. Tar. Sané. Too high for Undav, and Hill, who gave the shout, half thinks about coming to claim it, then has retreated again, the Paraguay goalkeeper. Bobadilla's clearance. Hooked over the top by Kimmich.
Here is that cross again. This is the first time. Obviously, it's from a set piece and a second phase of a set piece. That's why they have all numbers in the box. But the Germans, when they're pushing out, you've got to push out and mark. You can't just push out. There's something going wrong mentally with this German side and defending set pieces.
No player had touched the ball in a Paraguay shirt fewer times than Julio Enciso before that goal. Good goal for his country, first in a year. And we're in 5 minutes of stoppage time as Undav wins Germany a corner. Minutes to try and re-establish themselves here, Germany. Finish with the delivery was Galarza's header. Sané is met very firmly indeed by Canale. Proper bodies on the line, stuff this from Paraguay.
I mean, if you want to look at a defensive performance, these three midfielders in the middle, you can take them to every coaching course there is and say, this is how you do it.
Oh, look at the space here though for Mitchell. And it carried it away from Hill's goal. It's a corner.
Sama lagi ukra gol ding.
Havertz cutting across.
Tai.
Orlando Hill's heart would have been in his mouth as he turned round to see that ball. comes the latest Kimmich corner. Sané is the one that was lingering on the edge of the box and has gone to fetch it for Germany. Havertz has missed his header. Kimmich is there. And it's a comfortable one for Hill.
Maybe this is what Germany needed to be woken up.
But that ball downfield from Hill, though, and Neuer's required to come scampering out to get there ahead of Enciso. Undav. Poked in towards Havertz. A collision with Caceres. We've got a bit of the ball, but it would have all been irrelevant anyway with the flag up for offside.
The first time that we got to see Undav drive with the ball at the defenders. See Havertz just drift offside by a yard.
Tidur anjing.
It's been brilliant so far from Gustavo Alfaro's team. Told the media after their heavy opening group game defeat to the USA to throw the punches at him, not his players. He's managed to turn around what looked like a quite desperate situation for Paraguay at the time, and he deserves an awful lot of credit for that. Sané tumbles, but it's no free kick. It's come the way of Kimmich. Hill gave the shout to leave the ball there, but it's going to be a Germany corner. That's the decision.
I think he had a case for it. It looked like Alonso kicked up his heel, trying to trip him.
Paraguay not to be breached so far, and Germany breached at a World Cup again. They have not kept a clean sheet, Germany, in their last 10 World Cup matches. So that goes all the way back to the final of 2014 when they beat Argentina. Final few seconds of the half, Paraguay in protection mode. And Hill has that one.
Good goalkeeping. Pressure's on. Germany have had a few half chances. You've just gone up a goal. That's what you want your goalkeeper to come up big and brave. Good catch.
Not long left for a German counterpunch here before half-time. Pavlovic. Quickly forward to Sané, teed up for Kimmich. Away by Gomez. What a story, what a scoreline. Julio Enciso, the Paraguayan hero.
Nyundul dia nih.
And the first half that has been Paraguayan perfection. His header 3 minutes before half-time, beating Manuel Neuer, beaten again at this World Cup. There was little he could do about it. And the critical eyes on the four-time winners Germany right now, who are behind in Boston. Germany 0, Paraguay 1.
Enciso.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada babaknya.
Boleh. Pasti nggak boleh batu dam.
Dari Enciso memastikan Paraguay berhasil unggul di halftime 45 menit.
Masih ya kalah Jerman.
Mampu menjadi saksi pertandingan yang sangat luar biasa di laga 32 besar Piala Dunia 2026 para supporter Jerman terdiam dari gol yang bisa diciptakan oleh Paraguay tadi, Reza.
Saya udah boleh ngomong, tadi kan kata William para fans Jerman terdiam, saya terdiam. Tapi memang ini babak yang begitu buruk ya. Di babak pertama kita tidak melihat kreativitas di sepertiga akhir, semua umpan yang coba dikirimkan di sepertiga akhir seperti sudah diketahui oleh Paraguay. Bahkan terlihat baru hidup setelah kebobolan Jerman ini. Jadi memang babak pertama yang saya rasa Gustavo Alvaro semua playnya berjalan dengan mulus.
Nggak tahu udah berakhir anjing.
Es una gran selección. Nosotros estamos bastante bien ahí en el bloque bajo y teníamos que aprovechar las oportunidades que tuvimos y por suerte pudimos poner en ventaja, bueno, y ahora hay que seguir trabajando y más que nunca, ¿no?
Gracias, Carlos.
Okay. Alfred, mit dem Ergebnis zur Halbzeit könnt ihr nicht zufrieden sein. Wie zufrieden seid ihr mit dem Auftreten, mit dem Spiel der Mannschaft?
Bahasa Jawa dong.
Auch das kann natürlich viel besser heute. Das Gegentor natürlich tut uns sehr leid, weil es sehr unnötig ist. Wir haben keine Gegenbindung in der 16 und auch an der Seite muss man einfach 2-2 herstellen. Einfach mitlaufen an der Seite. Aber ich glaube, das Problem ist auch mit Ball, dass wir viel schneller müssen verlagern und wir haben zu viele Ballverluste auch im letzten Drittel.
Rund 80% Ballbesitz. Wie könnt ihr mehr Torgefahr im zweiten Durchgang entwickeln?
Ja, schneller den Ball verlagern von links nach rechts und dann mehr Personal in die Box bringen. Und nicht so viel einfache Ballverluste haben und klarer sein in unserer Flanke.
Stichwort Personal, wird es zur Pause jetzt was geben, einen Wechsel?
Ja, so Stand jetzt wird es vielleicht einen Wechsel geben, ja. Ja, das weiß ich nicht, aber wir werden so sehen.
Okay, danke dir.
Statistik pertandingan di 45 menit yang pertama menyajikan 63% berbanding 25% penguasaan bola dengan beberapa touches yang cukup impactful terjadi, tapi Jerman masih deadlock Mas Gita di babak pertama tadi.
Kalau kita lihat XG aja ya, di bawah 0,2 dengan Jerman. Di mana mereka tidak punya peluang. Kemudian satu shot on target yang mereka bukukan setelah mereka tertinggal.
Ya.
Baru mereka mendapatkan di menit-menit akhir, menit ke-44 tadi. Kemudian secara keseluruhan ball position memang milik mereka. Tapi kalau kita lihat masuk sepertiga lapangan.
Wakehorse main nggak nanti pagi?
Kemudian masuk ke zona 14 itu nggak ada yang bisa di
Wakehorse.
Kenapa sebelum gol terjadi mereka 0 on targetnya?
Iya Reza, ini dia.
Depannya masih ada Gakpos ya.
Julian Chiso cukup berbeda performanya di babak pertama tadi.
Ya luar biasa. Kita lihat bagaimana Julio Enciso hanya punya satu umpan yang berhasil, tapi bisa melepaskan 2 attempts ke arah gawang ya.
Sayang banget sih Jerman nggak ada pure striker cok.
Dari Paraguay karena tadi kita lihat memang mereka sepanjang babak pertama bahkan hanya sekitar
susah banget anjing.
Passing sukses ya, artinya hanya sekitar 1 umpan sukses per menit.
Iya, ini dia kita lihat dimensi permainannya terfokus di kanan Jerman dengan beberapa arah bola yang terus bergerak, artinya harus ada perubahan Mas Gita jika Jerman tidak ingin mengalami deadlock di babak kedua nanti.
Secara permainan iya di kanan oke. Tapi kalau kita lihat tadi kan ini tadi deadlock seperti ini biasanya dipatahkan oleh blunder yang dilakukan oleh satu kesebelasan.
Ya.
Dan ini yang terjadi dengan Jerman tadi.
Iya.
Gol tadi kan bagaimana Matthias Galarza bisa lepas bebas pada saat ada kesalahan dari lini belakang dari sisi kiri permainan Jerman.
Iya, kita lihat ini dia ya, bahkan di awal pertandingan pun sebetulnya Paraguay bisa menekan lebih dulu tadi Reza ya.
Dan masih sangat struggle ya, kita lihat bagaimana defensive set piece dari Jerman. Alonso di momen ini terbebas, kalau dia tidak kehilangan keseimbangan mungkin finishingnya bisa lebih baik lagi. Jadi memang setelah kebobolan dari Gonzalo Plata,
Alat main gak ya dong besok?
Ecuador, Jerman masih
Alan.
belum bisa banyak belajar ya dari situasi set piece.
Ya,
karena tadi kalau kita ingat gol dari Paraguay pun semuanya berawal dari clearance yang tidak sempurna dilakukan oleh Manuel Neuer.
Iya, kita lihat mencoba menumpuk pemain di small box, tapi Paraguay juga tetap bisa mencari celah. Dan satu gerakan yang cukup fatal tadi di akhir babak yang pertama yang akhirnya membuka space ya bagi Galarza untuk mengirimkan pergerakan, dan Enciso persis yang tadi Reza bilang sangat minim memang jumlah kesempatan untuk bisa menciptakan tekanan, tapi attempts yang luar biasa Mas Gita membuat Paraguay lebih efektif ketika mendapatkan satu peluang kecil untuk bisa dikonversikan menjadi gol.
Ya tidak banyak juga sebenarnya peluang dari Paraguay.
Iya.
Tapi jelas ada 2 peluang, satu bisa dimanfaatkan. Ini peluang pertama, peluang kedua yang terjadi gol tadi. XG mereka kan juga tidak terlalu besar ya sebenarnya. Hanya sedikit di atas 0,23 tadi. Tapi dibandingkan dengan Jerman yang hanya 0,11 ini, gambaran bagaimana buruknya dengan XG itu di bawah 0,2.
Iya, kalau kita lihat Reza dari babak pertama, mungkin ini agak subjektif ya. Agak sedikit deadlock permainan Jerman di final third, bahkan kita tidak terlalu banyak melihat kinerja dari Sané, Undav, Havertz yang numerical statistiknya mungkin menunjukkan sangat minim. Tapi dari 4 menit pertama dengan kasat mata yang terlihat memang agak sedikit buntu Jerman di babak pertama tadi.
Iya, dan ini harus dibayar mahal ya, karena kita melihat Paraguay lewat satu skema yang begitu sempurna bisa menciptakan gol. Ini memang lagi-lagi mereka mungkin hanya sekitar 50 passing sukses sepanjang babak, tapi passing sukses tersebut bisa membuat mereka mendapatkan gol. Dan di momen ini saya rasa ada banyak kesalahan. Ini kesalahan pertama, tinjuan dari Manuel Neuer yang tidak sempurna. Kesalahan yang kedua adalah ketika di sini tidak ada duel untuk memenangkan bola kedua. Dan kesalahan ketiga adalah ketika Alex Pavlovic dan juga Nene Brown gagal bertukar pemain untuk dijaga. Karena akhirnya Migi Almiron bisa membuat Galarza terbebas.
Galarza terbebas, dan kalau kita lihat tadi yang dibilang Reza bahwa second ball itu kan benar-benar harus dimenangkan. Pada saat Manuel Neuer mungkin tidak ada pilihan lain dia harus menuju bola. Tapi di sini seharusnya ada pemain Jerman yang bisa menahan serangan seperti ini. Dan ini pertukaran Almiron dan Galarza tadi mulus sekali.
Kosong banget anjing tengahnya.
Tidak ada mengawal Enciso. Dan bahkan kalau kita lihat semuanya terdiam ya. Termasuk Neuer sendiri.
Iya. Footwork dari Almiron memang sudah kita lihat sejak bermain di The Magpies ya, di Newcastle. Kualitasnya juga terjaga, bahkan menjadi idola di musim di Newcastle saat itu. Tapi memang dirinya menjadi pembeda yang sangat luar biasa. Mungkin peran gol diambil oleh Enciso, Reza. Tapi tadi Almiron yang bisa meng-unlock pertahanan dari Jerman yang sedikit alpha di situasi defense, akhirnya membuat para pemain pun bahkan standing to silence ya, terdiam di momen kali ini.
Iya, jadi memang Nagelsmann sudah tahu betul karena analisis sudah dilakukan oleh Jerman.
Iya.
Ketika pre-match conference kemarin, Nagelsmann bilang
Jerman kalau Paraguay
tim yang bertahan dengan
belum kelar nih.
Dan mereka akan
mencari
situasi second ball, dan ternyata analisis tersebut gagal dipelajari dengan sempurna karena akhirnya justru menjadi celah yang bisa dimanfaatkan. Di momen ini saya rasa kalau bisa tackle harus tackle ya, karena lagi-lagi bola kedua ini sangat penting. Ketika memang bola kedua bisa dimenangkan oleh lawan, artinya organisasi pun biasanya sedang berantakan. Dan di momen ini lagi-lagi kejeniusan dari Migi Almiron melihat Galarza yang bergerak melebar melakukan gerakan overlap.
Diulang-ulang mulu anjing.
Begitu luar biasa, dan Galarza juga menjalani turnamen yang istimewa ya, karena dia sudah mencetak 1 gol dan 1 assist dari 4 pertandingan.
Kalau kita lihat ya gimana tadi tinjuan dari Neuer mungkin terlalu lemah ya, terlalu ke arah permainan mereka sendiri, tapi sebenarnya ada gelandang bertahan yang harusnya bisa menjemput bola. Setidaknya itu tackle. Kan tackle-nya itu hanya tendangan bebas, tidak akan merupakan tackle karena bukan orang terakhir juga, tidak akan terkena kartu merah juga, paling hanya kartu kuning. Itu yang seharusnya dilakukan oleh Jerman untuk tidak membuka peluang.
Pakir tank gitu, pakir tank.
Kita lihat bagaimana Galarza dan Almiron berkombinasi di sisi kanan, tapi mungkin yang menjadi satu garis merah ya di lini pertahanan Jerman, Nathaniel Brown dan satu orang yang bergerak bersamaan di sana mungkin terlihat cukup dekat, tapi pergerakan luar biasa dari Galarza ini menunjukkan bahwa ada visi defense counter yang sangat baik diterapkan.
Baru gue satu striker doang disuruh press kayak gitu.
Kalau kita bicara sepak bola modern justru lebih dekat dengan futsal karena situasi di lapangan lebih banyak 2 lawan 2, 3 lawan 3.
Jerman juga gak punya striker.
Yang futsal banget ketika ada
pure striker
overlap yang dilakukan itu, kalau di futsal harus ada yang teriak change untuk mengganti siapa pemain yang dijaga, karena lebih berbahaya pemain yang tadi berlari dengan cepat. Betul. Karena kalau terlambat untuk menjaga sudah pasti akan ketinggalan seperti tadi.
Ketinggalan jauh itu ketinggalannya tadi kalau kita lihat. Karena terpaku oleh gerakan Almiron sendiri.
Betul.
Iya. Sementara sebetulnya bagan ini ya juga merupakan bagan yang berat Mas Gita. Artinya siapapun yang lolos akan ditunggu oleh Prancis ataupun Swedia dengan magis Graham Potternya yang masih tetap terjaga.
Udah pede banget ya nyebut Prancis.
Trial di pertandingan hari ini di babak 32 besar ini juga adalah bagian paling penting untuk bisa baik Jerman maupun Paraguay perbaiki sebelum menghadapi lawan yang sangat berat di babak 16 besar nanti.
Prancis nggak usah dibilang ya bahwa mereka adalah salah satu yang terbaik ya. Yang terbaik bahkan mungkin ya dari sisi serangan. Swedia pun dalam kekalahan melawan Belanda pun XG mereka 2,5. Artinya mereka membuka peluang yang sangat baik sekali, hanya terbentur oleh penjaga gawang Belanda saat itu. Ini mungkin akan merepotkan Jerman ataupun Paraguay nantinya. Kemudian kalau kita lihat hanya satu
kalau kotak Roblox anjing.
Setelah mereka ketinggalan.
Betul.
Dan mereka mencoba melakukan passing nggak akan jalan, nggak akan bisa masuk dari sisi tengah maupun dari sisi kiri kanan karena pertahanan yang ketat dari Paraguay. Artinya mereka kan masih punya Nick Woltemade ya.
Betul.
Yang bisa memanfaatkan bola-bola atas. Harus crossing saya pikir ya bahwa untuk mematahkan deadlock ini.
Iya, dan belum main sama sekali aja. Itu apa yang terjadi sebetulnya dengan Nagelsmann yang belum mencatatkan satu kepercayaan kepada Woltemade yang di musim ini bersama Newcastle mungkin perannya juga bukan menjadi goal getter ulung tapi sering sekali membuat breaking the deadlock ya. Haruskah sosok Nick bisa dimasukkan di babak yang kedua?
Iya, saya salah satu penggemar Nick paling besar ya, karena Nick Voltemade ini salah satu sosok penyerang yang dirindukan ya oleh para fans Jerman. Tapi dia menjalani musim pertama di Newcastle United sempat membuka menjadi penyerang utama, tapi setelah musim kedua Johan bisa, ini pulih cedera, Nick justru lebih banyak turun ke dalam bermain di posisi gelandang. Itu yang membuat tampaknya Nagelsmann berpikir ulang untuk menjadikannya penyerang utama.
Iya, menyambung Reza tadi ya. Nick Voltemade itu salah satu favorit saya juga. Saya bahkan berpikir kenapa dia harus di Newcastle, kenapa nggak di London Utara itu? Karena butuh orang seperti Voltemade. Iya. Kalau kita lihat kualifikasi lah contohnya, di tengah mereka kemudian kalah dari Slovakia di pertandingan pertama ya. Voltemade kan menjawab dengan 4 gol. Artinya ini pemain yang kalau jadi opsi cadangan dengan Dennis Undav, kemudian Kai Havertz tidak berfungsi di babak pertama, di pertengahan tadi nggak harus pertengahan ya, menit ke-15 babak kedua harus ada opsi untuk memasukkan Voltemade.
Iya, kita saksikan ya, kedua tim juga sudah akan bersiap saat lagi.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada babaknya.
Iya, dan terlihat di layar Anda, Leon Goretzka sudah membuka rompinya. Ini mungkin menjadi satu approaching taktik Reza dari Nagelsmann dengan memasukkan satu sosok senior juga di babak kedua. Dan Havertz Wirtz juga terlihat berkombinasi, artinya ada perubahan dimensi permainan yang diharapkan oleh Nagelsmann.
Ya, physicality yang dimiliki oleh Leon ya, tampaknya diharapkan bisa membuat Jerman berduel dengan lebih baik di lini tengah.
Harus maksa ya sekarang Jerman.
Iya.
Harus maksa untuk bisa masuk ke sepertiga lawan, harus dari tengah mungkin ya, tidak dari opsi dari sisi kiri ataupun dari sisi kanan, karena kalau kita lihat tadi babak pertama kan masuknya sering dari kanan ya. Ini harus dari tengah. Goretzka ini yang pasti diusahakan untuk kali itu.
Iya, sementara ini akan menjadi satu pertanda bahaya juga ya jika Jerman tidak bisa memberikan respon cepat, karena pasti akan ada double defense yang diperagakan oleh Paraguay nantinya.
Dan tentu nanti kita akan tunggu ya, apakah Nick Voltemade atau mungkin Jamie Leveling ini bisa jadi opsi-opsi yang dimiliki, karena yang pasti mau dengan siapapun yang bermain, Jerman butuh bermain dengan lebih direct, butuh lebih cepat menuju kotak penalti, karena tadi yang terjadi adalah mereka lebih banyak menguasai bola di area yang tidak berbahaya di babak yang pertama.
Ya, tadi kita lihat match winner sementara ini di 45 menit pertama, Enciso perannya sangat vital Mas Gita bagi Paraguay.
Sebenarnya satu peluang satu gol yang mereka miliki. Peluang pertama kan mereka datang dari di awal-awal ya. Tadi yang dimentahkan oleh Neuer lewat corner tadi, yang menjadi corner, tapi situasi set piece ini yang belum bisa dimentahkan oleh Jerman dalam dua pertandingan terakhir lawan Ekuador juga. Ini yang harus diwaspadai oleh Jerman. Intinya adalah mereka harus mengejar ketertinggalan sambil berbenah di belakang mereka.
Iya, physicality duel yang diharapkan oleh Nagelsmann dengan masuknya Goretzka.
Wah, gimana ini?
Siapa yang kemungkinan akan diganti dan apakah dimensi permainannya akan berubah di babak kedua nanti?
Ya, tadi Felix tampaknya sudah mengenakan rompi ya, jadi bisa jadi kemungkinan memang ada pergantian di posisi gelandang Leon untuk bisa
Lu lihat Jackson Dam.
Tapi sebenarnya kalau kita bicara bermain dengan lebih direct, mereka juga masih punya Nadiem Amiri,
Cat Jenderal
yang dia miliki seperti di laga fase grup.
Iya, dan nomor 23 benar ya, artinya Enmecha ditarik keluar. Goretzka masuk, ini akan menjadi harapan bagi para pendukung dari timnas Jerman untuk bisa melihat apakah Die Mannschaft bisa melaju ke round of 16 atau justru Paraguay yang akan menciptakan kejutan setelah absen begitu lama, 16 tahun dari pagelaran pesta bola dunia di tahun 2026 ini. Untuk itu, dari studio langsung saja kita mengucapkan selamat menyaksikan babak kedua antara Jerman menghadapi Paraguay. Enjoy the game.
A couple of hours ago in Houston, Brazil found themselves in this position, trailing Japan by a goal to nil, came back 1-0 in the second half. And one of the other all-time World Cup nations, Germany, now need to do the same.
They're having an issue with the socks. Referee made Enciso pull his up. And then Almiron went straight over.
Gak boleh kos kaki pendek karena nggak di bawah mata kaki gitu kan pernah waktu itu. Berarti sih jajar deker ya.
For Paraguay, the need to remember that this is a Boston Marathon, not a sprint. They've still got 45 minutes to hang tough and deliver what, without a shadow of a doubt, would be their greatest result in World Cup history. And here is Avalos, who was one of a few in navy blue that didn't see a great deal of the ball in the first half. This man has scored the goal in Ciso. And though he was left alone, it was still a super header that has given Paraguay the ultimate difference right now.
Yeah, it was well finished, but you saw in the replay when the Germans got out, Mecha looked over his shoulder once, twice, saw Enciso was there, and then never took the yard or two towards him.
Gak tertarik gua.
Had the ball himself.
Long throw from Alonso, which has bounced inside the German
Bener
penalty
apa?
area, but Wirtz is on hand to clear, but his clearance wasn't great. Straight to Cubas. Caceres. Goretzka with his first meaningful touch in the game to sweep it away for Germany.
It was a straight substitution, Goretzka in for Nemecha in the same position. Not so sure it was all Nemecha's fault in the goal.
Cuma ganteng lah, nggak bisa dapetin balik kan.
Ball movement in the attacking third, I don't think that was down to Nemecha.
Nggak bisa balik, mana Nil gimana nggak bisa balik Nil. Gol, anjing. Cuma nggak bisa balik Nil.
Battles and takes it away from Avalos.
Mm-hmm.
And all the pressure is on Germany right now. Kimmich. Carefully forward by Galatza to Enciso.
Gak berani nge-sprint dia ada anjing. Enciso-nya gak berani nge-sprint anjing.
Back it comes for Alonso, third most experienced player in this Paraguay squad, Junior Alonso. Well, that's Almiron.
Cakep, ya out.
Just eked over the line. Neuer, 23rd World Cup appearance for him today. Only Lionel Messi has more. It's that purposeful gaze about him as he collects the ball and gives it to Pavlovic.
Sumpah mainnya nggak jelas cok Jerman anjing.
Working it quickly to Rudiger and on by Tar towards Kimmich.
Tuh, nggak tahu lo, nggak connect lo. Sane ganti ya tuh. Nggak bisa masuk lo, gila. Tuh, Sane nggak jelas jing dari tadi.
And Ciso, similar pattern to the first half, is emerging at the start of the second here.
Yes, but you see the ball movement is quicker. They're getting more early crosses into the box. Won't be happy that he drifted offside when he can see across the pitch. But I think whatever Nagelsmann said at halftime, the players are trying to take on board.
Born in San Lorenzo in Paraguay, Orlando Hill now plays for Argentina's San Lorenzo.
Lah, goblok. Wah, goblok banget anjing Kimmich. Wah, goblok Kimmich hampir jejing. Wah, beneran bisa juara dunia kayaknya nih Portugal kalau begini mainnya. Bisa Jerman kalah nih ya. Iya, Prancis dong kalau Prancis menang lawan itu. Nah nanti baru 16 besarnya baru. Iya. Kocak banget Kimmich anjir. Ih. Nggak dapet anjing, kena ujung doang. Ih. Kalau dipaksa juga pelanggaran. Gak bisa tembus cok Paraguay. Rame banget.
Convinced to come back in by Nagelsmann. Took the number 1 spot from Oliver Baumann. Some German sympathy for the now jilted number 2. Alexander Pavlovich.
Ya Allah.
Quality beyond Kimmich.
Kanannya nggak connect anjir. Versinya duel sama siapa nih mau?
Who knows what might happen in terms of Julian Nagelsmann's future if this does not play out the way he wants it to for Germany. Youngest coach at this World Cup at 38, which is that juxtaposition certainly to the feeling that's been prominent for some time in the game, because he has been around the block now, Nagelsmann.
Nggak jelas.
3 years this September since he replaced Hansi Flick.
Well, if you get knocked out in the round of 32 by Paraguay, a team that you really should be beating, in a game that you have all of the ball, you can understand why there's going to be some pressure.
Paraguay preparing Gustavo Caballero for his first appearance at this World Cup. It's a sharp change of direction. Kimmich.
Iya, tarik lagi. Tarik lagi. Tarik lagi. Lebar lagi. Hop. Naik ke atas, nggak jadi. Narik lagi. Lebar lagi. Baru masukin.
And the navy blue continue to shuffle themselves around to try and keep the shape here, Paraguay.
Belakang lagi.
He was whacked by Galazza after that ball had gone, but when it goes by Tar to Rudiger. Undav hasn't really had a sight of goal so far. Germany's in form, man. Back it goes from Tar to Neuer.
Now they've been doing a really good job against Undav and Wirtz. Every time they touch the ball, 2 players are on them immediately. That's that work by Cubas, Bobadilla and Galarza.
Rudiger's delivery, too much elevation for Havertz. Two World Cup goals already for him with the double he got against Curacao. That was free-flowing for Germany, this isn't.
I think they've started the second half a little bit better. They've already gotten 3 or 4 crosses in the box. They are trying to move the ball quicker.
From wide, Vitz.
Wah, itu loh anjing. Dari tadi loh. Boleh gitu loh. Havertz. Itu loh dari tadi anjing. Mainnya begitu dulu, Cok. Lo main long ball lah.
And Germany's World Cup has wings again. 1-1.
Hai. Nggak bisa, Dem. Long ball lah. Sane tai. Mainnya gini aja udah tuh, gak usah pakai pinggir-pinggir anjing. Kanannya busuk, Cok, goblok. Sane.
Right around the penalty spot, Havertz does the perfect thing as a striker, getting right across the defender. It was Canale probably thought as the cross came in that he was going to head it. There pops up Havertz, and it's a perfect header beyond heel.
A regular goal scorer at recent tournaments for Germany, Kai Havertz, but very few will have felt as big as that one.
No, it's a big goal at the absolute right time for Germany. They need one more to really change the way that this game is panning out. If they get another, then Paraguay has to come out of their shell.
And Paraguay, who have pushed on with that change that was planned anyway, so Gabriel Avalos is off and Gustavo Caballero is on for him.
Nah, masuk, naik dulu, mundur lagi. Nah, main dari situ.
And Germany with a spring in their step are now going to ask some serious
jangan di shoot. Sane!
Goal! Oh. It was Goretzka's shot. And then it was Pavlovic.
Nah, gini kan enak mainnya. Tarik kiri. Kirinya isi dong, woi.
For Brown.
Offset lagi.
When Almiron moves forward, now the attention is going to come the way of Julio Enciso, who has been lying flat out for a good 30 seconds. There's the new face on the Paraguay pitch, Gustavo Caballero, who is officially contracted to the Brazilian side Santos, but has spent the latter half of the most recent season on loan in England's second tier with Portsmouth.
Kayak nggak asing kan?
If there's much contact with anything. I mean, unless it was a twist of the ankle or something of that nature, I just think he was trying to stop a counter-attack. Here is that other chance. Germany's really taking it to Paraguay now. Those early crosses have loosened up the central part of that defense.
And much like earlier today in Houston,
nggak ada dong yang hitam putih dong. Pinter. Adanya yang putihnya aja. Yang biru hitam kan? Iya biru. Iya biru hitam kan? Oh ada deh nih.
That is his number on the board, so.
Yep, they've already changed it.
Decision perhaps taken out of the hands of Julio Enciso here.
Goblok.
Paraguayan goal scorer is replaced by Maurizio.
Yang ini kan?
This is club football in Brazil with Palmeiras.
Punya cowok dia, Dam.
And another World Cup goal scorer of 2026. It was his goal against the United States, which was his first ever international goal.
And you see Maurizio come out on the left-hand side where Enciso was. Caballero's up front. But with Enciso out, this does change the game a lot. Goal, obviously. But Enciso was doing a lot of the work on the doubling up, and then he was really the only one getting out on counter-attacks.
Sponsor.
And interestingly enough, those two men that are furthest forward for Paraguay right now, the two substitutes, Caballero and Mauricio, neither of them are natural strikers. Mauricio an attacking midfielder, Caballero very much a wide man. So there is a Paraguay plan in place here. Brown who slipped and then regained his balance, but the moment had gone. Didn't have him available against Ecuador because of a muscle injury, but could be another German player representing Bayern Munich next season. Lots of talk about a possible transfer from Frankfurt. Here's Mauricio. Rare venture forward for Paraguay. Some loft on the delivery, and Moya with the save from Caballero.
Well, again, Ta tried to be clever and not head the ball.
Masa
Tried
Jerman nggak lolos?
to body the striker and then let it bounce to one of his players. You're a big, strong central defender. Go up and head it.
Back by Almiron. Caballero, who, by the way, is lightning quick once he gets going, if he can get going. Germany not allowing that to happen. Goretzka pinching it. Havertz ran into traffic in the form of Canale.
Mengundu.
Germany have definitely picked up the pace in this second half. Not just the early crosses and the passing, but they're closing down. Here is that headed opportunity. 1v4 in the box. Does well to get the head on it. You see it just goes off of his shoulder, takes all the power away.
Nobody scored more goals than Germany in the group stage of this World Cup, helped along by that 7 they got against Curacao. 10 goals, 7 different players. The man at the top of the scoring charts is the one that's got the goal today for them, Kai Havertz, and he's also won them the free kick.
Good feet by Havertz. No choice for the referee but to give a foul.
Two goals against Costa Rica at the 2022 edition as well, Kai Havertz, but more now in this major tournament than any major tournament's gone before for him. Only Miroslav Klose and Thomas Müller have more goals for Germany at major tournaments this century than Havertz. He is in esteemed company. And Germany are looking to completely spin the direction of this game. Kimmich. Good take by Hill.
Gila, lemparan begitu.
That's the second good take under pressure by the goalkeeper.
Brown.
Some pressures come with being a Paraguayan goalkeeper as well, don't they? Given Jose Luis Chilaver's name, which will forever be etched in Paraguay folklore.
I played against him. He took a free kick against me.
And scored?
No. Behave yourself.
He did score a few.
Not on me.
Udah dari babak pertama, anjir.
Almiron.
Belum, dari babak pertama baru udah masuk.
By Alonso. It's come the way of Paraguay's other fullback, Caceres, who has manoeuvred himself some room.
Kemana anjing?
To close off the centre half, Gomez.
Sial, main itu Undaf diganti itu baru.
This was one of the 2 German changes at the start.
Jamaludin Musiala.
Musiala on. No goal today for Dennis Undav. No real moments for Undav to have.
That was a tough afternoon for Undav. I thought Paraguay did a very good job of limiting the passing lanes and the passing angles to Undav. He had the one sort of half chance where he tried to lob the goalkeeper in the first half. Other than that, not a lot.
Yeah, that chance in the first half, one of 9 touches that Dennis Undav has had in this entire game.
Madrid. Madrid. Weh, kenapa itu?
There's a coming together off the ball there, which involved Musiala, who is
langsung bangun lagi
first to
anjing.
get back to his feet. with whatever happened between him and Galazza. Germany, 4-time World Cup winners, now looking to discover the rhythm that they have had so many times through the decades at this tournament. But it has been hard graft, and it continues to be in the Boston sunshine. And that was late from Cubas.
Please, Musiala, please, free kick. Musiala, please, free kick.
Cubas, Bobadilla, and Galarza are starting to get incredibly frustrated because Germans are moving the ball much more efficiently.
Please, Musiala, please.
Step late now on a lot of situations. Here's that coming together. That's a foul against Galarza. Musiala should be upset. Galarza's been the enforcer.
He's enforcing his words at the moment towards the referee. He's clearly noting with both of them that
but Musiala
has been spotted.
Musiala did nothing wrong. He was just making a run. Galarza kicked out at him.
Please, please. Please, Musiala dong ambil. Ah.
They're not short on options, are they, Germany, from set pieces like this?
Sane yang ambil dam kayak.
Sane is the one that has taken the purposeful strides backwards.
Curang anjir ini 2 pagar.
Lutz is down there, Kimmich is there too.
Dam, tapi enggak, tapi dibikin kontroversi juga, Dam. 2 pagar gini. Dibikin kontroversi sama netizen luar. Iya, itu cheating katanya. Hand itu hand.
Gomez will get there first. The decision to leave that, which seems slightly odd because it's a German corner.
Emang goblok
He just lost concentration and thought it went off a German player.
Goblok banget anjing.
Sort of a perfect distance for a left-footed player.
No doubt about who it touched last. It definitely should
Rudy,
be a Germany corner.
please, Rudy. Tah, jauh banget tah, kemana tah?
By Kimmich. Low, and we'll get another go at this.
Tengah bool anjing. Bang Radit tuh, Bang Radit. Almiron.
Almost looked like he was shooting on target.
Temen lu jadi kasar, Cil. Sebanyak pada bucinan sih.
Trying to miss Almiron.
Gol.
Lengthier this time.
Kontol.
German infringement, perhaps Jonathan Tah,
the offender.
Well, Tah gets himself into some really good positions to attack the ball, and then he stops. He stops the motion. I don't know what the foul was.
Possibly Pavlovic on Hill. It's the other option, I think, there. Caballero kicked over by Tah. Now Paraguay with a set piece which might raise an eyebrow.
Yeah, it's a silly, it really is a silly foul in a poor position. There's no need to foul. You can just stand up. You can go backwards. This has been an Achilles heel of Germany, defending set pieces.
Manchester United's Miguel Almiron with the Paraguay free kick, which Caballero hung a leg at. Cáceres, picked up by Musiala.
Well, that was better. Phase 1 and phase 2 is defended.
Yeah.
Cáceres deflected and spinning away for
You don't say that,
Paraguay corner. Does love a duel, Juan Jose Cáceres. He is a fast, tough fullback.
Just having a watch of the German players, I don't see a lot of people communicating. Maybe there's Ta a little bit. Just seem very complacent defending these.
Paraguay repeat the trick. Mauricio down into the ground off Gomez and picked up by Neuer. Neuer's ball upfield towards Fitz, but the referee's whistle has gone.
Gimana belah?
Well, I believe he whistled on the infringement.
Kasian mah Korea Selatan, Bung.
On Gomez.
Udah digibain sama medianya, terus pulang dari Piala Dunia pelatihnya di blur mukanya. Apa? Terus iya, dari media dulu. Enggak, Dam, jadi tuh medianya itu dia ngomongnya pas off kamera, tapi kamera itu masih nyala. Jadi digibahin gitu, kayak misalnya lu lagi streaming, terus temen lu ngomong, ya udah anggapnya nggak streaming gitu, ya kerekam. Kebusin tayong anjing. Iya. Tahu semenjak jatuh cinta capeknya. Gue tahu Erika dah mencintai lu.
Determination in the game and their overall work rate in the game. We're seeing a completely different Germany, and you're starting to see this Paraguayan team start to be second to balls and committing more fouls and starting to get a little bit frustrated, and it is tiring work when you're always defending.
Bok. Siapa lu? Oh. Lucu banget teman. Siapa? Siapa itu?
So difficult because you don't really see it off the head when glances. It's easier when they get a full, powerful header on it, believe it or not.
Germany pause and they listen. Gustavo Alvaro is taking a slightly more relaxed approach. But he has been here before, of course, in charge of Ecuador at the last World Cup. They didn't escape the group stage, and between then and now he had a brief spell as well with the Costa Rican national side. This is his 19th job in management. Totally opposite end of the spectrum compared to Nagelsmann. Even the Germany goalkeeper is older than the head coach.
I had that a couple times in my career. I played till I was 44.
They were there at the beginning, Paraguay 1930, and then 20 years until their next World Cup assignment. They had 2 tournaments in the 50s. Almost 30 years until they reappeared again in Mexico in 86, and then that rare run of 4 World Cups in a row up until 2010, when they reached the quarterfinals. Good things come to those who wait. They, whatever happens today, will savour this. While they will savour, Germany try to save. It's the goal scorer Havertz. Kimmich for Sané. Rudiger, who is arguably only in this Germany team because of the injury to Nico Schlotterbeck, which has ruled him out of the entire tournament, the Borussia Dortmund defender.
Wush, anjing hampir bunuh diri, cok.
Orlando Hill kept his eyes firmly on the prize.
Itu tadi dia habis on goal anjing.
Yes, it did. And Unlike in the first half when Sane took 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, and then got double teamed, this time he's taken 1. If he can beat the man, he does it. If not, then he's getting that cross in.
Sarah's too heavy for Caballero.
Kontol nih sana nih, memek.
Away from him by one of the Paraguayan substitutes, Mauricio, and then Almiron and Caballero combine. By Gomez, walked down by Rudiger.
You notice a difference from Paraguay
Juara
when they played the United States.
juara dunia total price-nya berapa deh, Mah?
And they got pressured by the United States time and time again. They're not messing around with the ball in the back.
Tai.
He is considered by many
$2 juta berapa duit anjing?
Gustavo Gomez to be the best centre half on that continent. Intricate from Germany. Wirtz, deflection off Bilarza and through to Hill again. Years and 14 days since their last and indeed only previous World Cup meeting. Well, it was a knockout game just like this one. Germany victorious like many anticipated they might be, but only just after Oliver Neuville's 88th minute winner. Just 1-0 all the way to the final from there for Germany until they were denied by Brazil in Yokohama. Who has drifted wide now.
Ya Allah. Ngentot.
And Paraguay using the planned play of the counter-attacks with Mauricio. Who dances past Musiala.
Musiala's upset because he was fouled off the ball again.
Ngalu. Ngalu. Goblok. Offset dam.
Taz positioning, he gives others a chance. Probably just a step offside. I think they got that.
Entar gue udah seneng kalau kalah tuh Jerman. Serem ini The Panzer anjing. Ya, gol lagi. Ngentot hampir jing. Hampir aja Wirtz. Apert.
Really good save, should score. Go back cross the goalkeeper.
But now the Germany chances are beginning to come a little more frequently. The Paraguay concern might be deepening. Kimmich. Tar. Pavlovic.
Nah, ayolah, Musiala. Musiala lah, please. Please Musiala, please. Gak ada hydration break ya? Oh, udah ya?
Here is that header. If you go,
as
a goalkeeper, it's a great save. Feet are set, and you can only save what's brought out. But it's a much more difficult save if he goes down to the goalkeeper's right.
Can't get over the hill right now, Germany. And Wirtz, who has largely been the provider at this World Cup, is maybe the one who's going to take this free kick, not before the German change, which brings an introduction
Dari
for
tadi kayak diganti Pak
Anton.
Klopik, gantinya
His
Anton
second
aja.
World Cup appearance.
Sape lagi
Off the
Anton.
bench against
Oh main
Curaçao.
Dortmund ya? Ya sih. Ini kalau kalah langsung liburan, iya langsung liburan, Lek. Mana?
It is Wirtz, he's crashed that into the Paraguay wall. Kimmich, it's a better delivery. Just about stopping it from going behind.
Tapi nggak masuk suara lu pada.
Well, Anton's come out over on the right backside, and they push Kimmich into the middle.
Nice ball in. Casares, I don't know if he got a late shout, but there was absolutely nobody in white around him. Sending the ball back to Germany again with Kimmich. That's hard for Rudiger. And this is Brown. Wirtz and Musiala. Brown. Sarah stood him up, and he needed to do that. There was just a moment where you wondered whether Musiala was going to be sent sprawling. Quickening the play here, though, Germany. They know what is going to be needed, and they're in behind here, but he can't take it with him, Musiala.
He kept that ball a little closer to him. He could have gone down. Kuvas got awful close to sticking that leg out a little too far.
Lihat Dam, match momentumnya Dam.
This has been the case for much of this game. German momentum, but can they find the winner?
Kagak ada nyerang-nyerangan anjing bola Paraguay.
So we are now inside the final 10 minutes of this game in Boston.
Well, look, he's wrapped the arms around the German player. Is this going to be looked at? Alonso, the cross comes in and he puts both his arms, wraps him around the waist of the German attacker.
Might just be a reprieve there for Paraguay. There's no further action is going to be taken.
That's very dangerous to do that inside the box.
It has always been a European side that have ended Paraguay's World Cup dreams when they've got to the knockout stage. England in '86, France in '98, was Germany in 2002, and then Spain most recently in 2010. Musiala. By Alonso, who has sent Mauricio moving. Caballero further forward. Rudiger's positioning in the first
Beneran nggak ada
instance was
momentum
strong enough.
anjing.
Yeah, Rudiger did very well, read the entire situation.
Tai.
Kimmich also did really well coming over covering because he's no longer at right back, he's in the middle of the field.
8th on Germany's all-time list for appearances in this game. Joshua Kimmich, so beyond Philipp Lahm. Really found a specialist fullback since Philipp Lahm, really, Germany. There's the need for Kimmich to play there. It's deflected, Havertz tried the cute spin.
Cakep.
Neatly wins it back.
Kena blok mulu anjing.
Brown's cross is repelled. Caceres can advance.
Nice banget clearance.
Keep going and still.
Wah.
Some Paraguayan flow here. Mauricio. Rhythm just breaks down with that ball that was slightly behind Bobadilla. Almiron. There's a Canale. It's closed down by Havertz. Smoothly done in the end by Kimmich. It's been so stoic from Paraguay, but can they force this game into extra time? And then what does extra time potentially look like for them?
Yeah, because Germany's starting to get, just better and better and better as the half rolls on. I think another 30 minutes, Germany will find a way to unlock them.
The now central Kimmich to the substitute Anton. Sané. It's the corner, last touch off Alonso.
Beneran ditutup ya, Dam, sekarang?
Sané's done a much better job in the second half at taking on his opponents, deciding when to taking on his opponents. I said Galarza does a lot of fouling off the ball. Two on Musiala off the ball. That one on Havertz.
Corner for Germany from the chief provider Wirtz. The flick on.
Aduh, kagak gol
It's loose inside that Paraguay box. I think the flag is going to go up for offside. It is. Might well have been Anton at the back post who is being penalised here.
It's an outswinging ball. It's from the training ground. Good glancing header. Just unfortunate it was a little behind Anton. Those are the corners that are so difficult to defend. They're out swinging and runners come from behind you. You don't even see them there when you're the man on the near post.
Well, this the third of the 16 round of 32 ties. We have had so far 2 injury time winners in the 2 games that we have had from Canada's Estacchio and Martinelli for Brazil earlier today.
Bukan, Jing.
Not quite in stoppage time territory just yet, but it is looming.
Goblok ini scoreboardnya.
This is the possibility of an additional 30 minutes here in Boston.
Cara gantinya gimana, bangsat? Sorry.
It was almost slipped in behind there for the active Brown. And for the first time at this World Cup, the giant frame of Nick Voltemade, Germany's top goal scorer in qualifiers, now to offer something different to that forward line.
Yeah, and he'll go in as the number 9, and Havertz will come out wide, or Musiala will, and you keep Havertz as a 10.
Musiala's cross deviates the way of Tar.
I think it was a good substitution. They're getting a lot of crosses in the box, a lot of balls in the wide areas, a lot of 1v1, 2v2s, and Voltemade's the best in their squad at dealing with the crosses.
Dan benderanya
scored a very good header himself.
Dan bendera yang mana, Dam? Dan benderanya mana? Enggak, yang Paraguay.
Germany of Stuttgart now, of course, of Newcastle United in England, having paid a club record £65 million to sign him 12 months ago. Brought down by Musiala. Around the outside of Alonso. just hurried away up towards Caballero. He was fouled by Anton.
Serbia. Enggak. Mana?
This is club football for Borussia Dortmund. Essentially came into the club as a replacement for Mats Hummels, Valdemar Anton.
Mana? Mana sih? Iya, tahu mana.
Pushed forward by Caceres. Almiron actively goes seeking it. Brown goes with him. Caceres. Almiron. Mauricio spins away from Kimmich. It opens up for Paraguay. Down by Galazza. Pumped forward, but only as far as Canale, whose touch was heavy. And now Germany getting at Paraguay with Havertz. Musiala. And Canale, who kicked the ground with that initial clearance, was fortunate not to see it drop to a white shirt of Germany. Musiala, Voltemade, Anton, and Kimmich's shot spins away for a Germany corner as we reach the 90-minute mark.
It was a good break. I just thought Havertz slowed it up a little bit. Looked like it was going wide unless it was going to have some severe bend on it.
Lah ini udah.
5 more minutes, and if we don't have a goal, an additional 30. This has been a far tougher assignment than many believed it might be for Germany. Can Paraguay stand firm one more time before extra time? Brown. Free header at the far post, right at Hill from Tar.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it's really poor marking. Tar, one of the biggest German players, just free at the back post.
Comes Neuer, protecting things. Going to get so carried away that he's going to take the throw, though. It's the last link to that 2014 World Cup winning side for Germany, Manuel Neuer. Leon Goretzka probably should have been in the Germany squad for that World Cup, but an injury halted that from happening.
What do you think?
It's a good try from Almiron, and Paraguay have got a late corner here, and they still have interest in winning this too.
Absolutely, and Germany's going to have to start communicating now, start concentrating now. One of their weak spots, it's good they have Voltemade on the pitch. He might be able to help out. For Paraguay, could be your last chance of the 90.
Well, they nicked a goal before the end of the first half, but this would be quite extraordinary if they could do it again. Mauricio with the corner. The header, it nearly came the way of Bobadilla, but the whistle has gone and Germany have a free kick.
Oh my lord.
One has two Paraguayan players that just go crashing right into the back of Wirtz.
Alonso from one side, Gomez from the other. He didn't really stand a chance. This will be the first game at this FIFA World Cup in 2026 that is going to go to extra time. It would seem, but we've thought that a couple of times in the last 24 hours. Musiala. Away by Canale.
Dapat helm anjing.
Caught again by Goretzka. It's Kimmich who leapt, and away it goes from Bobadilla, who is feeling tired now, as I'm sure many are out there. He's not yet back on his feet either, so Paraguay are playing with 10 right now.
He's cramping.
And Germany believing. Musiala. Powerful delivery. Touch the head of Caceres on its way through. In the final few seconds, Germany on the hunt. Away as far as Tar. Here's Anton. The theatrics of Galatasaray got the free kick.
I think Galata is very lucky. He just fell over. If you look there, I mean, there's hardly a touch. If the two arms wrapped around Havertz inside the box isn't a penalty, I don't understand how that's not a foul.
And so, for the first time at this 2026 FIFA World Cup, we have extra time.
Yalah extra time guys
And we
anjing.
only have extra time because of Kai Havertz's equaliser for Germany, which arrived shortly after half-time, after Paraguay struck first through Julio Enciso. But more football is required to separate these two. Germany 1, Paraguay 1 at the end of the 90.
Gol dari Kai Havertz di babak yang kedua pastikan laga memanjang menuju extra time 2 kali 15 menit di Boston. Dan
Habis
ini
belum
menjadi
ini extra time.
pertandingan fase knockout Piala Dunia 2026 pertama yang tidak selesai dalam 90 menit, Reza.
Iya, dan memang sejauh ini dari 3 pertandingan di fase knockout ya, kita melihat laga-laga yang begitu ketat. Bahkan Jerman dipaksa kali ini untuk menjalani laga di extra time. Walaupun saya rasa pendekatan dan perubahan taktik dari Nagelsmann di babak kedua membuat mereka bisa tampil dengan lebih baik ya. Karena setelah nyaris tidak menciptakan peluang di babak yang pertama, tadi mereka bisa menciptakan 1 gol lewat Kai Havertz.
Kalau gini terus mainnya sih sampai penalti ya. Iya makanya bosen jing.
Iya, kalau Mas Gita melihat
Paraguaynya
agak blow out ya di babak kedua, penguasaan bola.
Datanya momennya busuk anjing.
Akhirnya membuat Jerman bisa mencahkan lagi-lagi lewat the Arsenal man.
King Kai. Jadi kalau ngelihat perubahan yang dilakukan Jerman, mereka bukan cuma menekan ya. Kelihatan lah dari XG mereka bahwa mereka naik jadi 0,72. Ini artinya di samping gol mereka punya peluang juga yang cukup berbahaya, tapi balik-balik lagi pertahanan rapat Paraguay membuat mereka agak
rapat banget bro.
Setelah gol, dan Paraguay sebenarnya lebih keluar ya pada saat mereka telah kemasukan karena mereka pasti menginginkan untuk mendapatkan gol kedua.
Iya.
Untuk tidak membawa pertandingan ke extra time, tapi memasuki 15 menit terakhir, 10 menit terakhir injury time, kembali Paraguay lebih ke disiplin di belakang, dan itu membuat kesulitan dari Jerman walaupun sudah memasukkan beberapa pemain. Dan kalau kita lihat di lapangan ada Kai Havertz, juga ada Woltemade sekarang.
Betul. Iya, tapi tadi Enciso ditarik keluar, Za. Itu menandakan ada perubahan juga ya yang dilakukan oleh Paraguay. Sementara akhirnya kita bisa melihat aksi untuk pertama kalinya Nick Woltemade di Piala Dunia 2026 ini.
Iya, Nick main, Goretzka main, artinya memang target dari Nagelsmann jelas ya. Karena sebelum kompetisi pun Nagelsmann bilang ketika Niklas Füllkrug tidak dalam performa terbaiknya, tim Kleindienst baru sembuh dari cedera bersama dengan Borussia Mönchengladbach, dia tidak mendatangkan sosok nomor 9, tapi dia akan mencoba untuk memanfaatkan dari apa yang ada. Dan salah satu nama yang dia mention untuk bisa menjadi target man adalah Leon Goretzka. Jadi masuknya Leon Goretzka bukan hanya untuk menambah energi lini tengah, tapi untuk menciptakan lebih banyak orang di dalam kotak penalti. Karena memang Jerman bermain dengan lebih direct di babak yang kedua.
Ya, 4 pemain ya dimasukkan oleh Nagelsmann ya. Goretzka ganti Nemesha, Musiala gantikan Undav, Valdemar Anton juga masuk menggantikan Pavlovic, dan Leroy Sané menggantikan Voltemade. Apakah sudah tepat Mas Gita keputusan dari Nagelsmann?
Musiala terutama ya. Untuk kreatif masih harus ada Musiala ya kalau di sini, karena harus ada progres, harus ada perubahan yang dimainkan oleh Jerman untuk membongkar pertahanan Paraguay, dan harus ada pemain kreatif seperti Musiala.
Wow.
Ini kelas gue saya masuk ini.
Luar biasa.
Ini Almiron yang diganti ya?
Iya, jadi benar-benar nambah back ya Paraguay di extra time kali ini, karena tadi Enciso sudah diganti, kali ini Migi juga digantikan ya oleh Velasquez. Artinya sekarang Paraguay dari tadinya 4-4-2, sekarang sudah 5-4-1 artinya.
5-4-1 ini tujuannya pasti untuk menahan atau membawa pertandingan ke ini.
Adu
penalti. Dan yang harus diwaspadai oleh Jerman adalah colongan gol Paraguay.
Ya, betul. Kita akan langsung saja pemirsa untuk menyaksikan laga di 4 atau di 2 kali 15 menit. Ya, di 15 menit pertama dulu di extra time dari Round of 32 World Cup 2026. Selamat menyaksikan.
Yuk, bisa yuk.
So 30 more minutes required to separate Germany and Paraguay in this round of 32 game. And for Paraguay, I guess, Brad, this is a position that they'd like to have found themselves in. For Germany, it's one they didn't expect to find themselves in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're probably hopeful. They all bought into it. You could tell they were making it very difficult for Germany. Germany didn't help themselves in the first half. The second half, they've been much better. Caceres has moved up into that right midfield spot, and Velasquez, when he's come in, he's at the right back spot.
Germany attacking the same ends that they ended the 90 minutes going towards inside Boston Stadium. Well, they immediately called into action. He and Gomez have provided the rock at the heart of the Paraguay defence to keep Germany largely at arm's length, apart from that Havertz goal. Here is the goal scorer for Germany, and I think when he did score so early in that second half, many just assumed that Germany would sweep their way to victory. Taken away from Caceres by Wirtz. Throw to the South Americans, though.
I think Paraguay did a brilliant job on Undav, as have we spoken about, but also against Wirtz. They've not given Wirtz that many real good touches in the attacking third for Germany.
Jam 8.
They've done this, remember, without Omar.
Belanda, Maroko jam 8.
Big part of their defensive shape. And indeed Diego Gomez, who is the energy of the midfield. He's suspended, Alderete injured. And Germany probing again. It's for Goretzka. Kimmich. Rudiger. And the ball has dropped to Voltemade.
Whoosh!
And then through the crowd, it was Kimmich who tried his luck.
Hoki banget lo Paraguay, dari tadi kena blok mulu lo babi.
Frantic inside the Paraguay penalty area.
It absolutely is. They at this moment in time, it looks a little bit more similar to the first half. You don't see Paraguay being able to get out.
Finish. Anton. And it feels like the Germany defenders have perhaps spent almost as much time in opponents' half than they have their own. There's one of them, Rudiger. It's
Weh,
Voltemade.
ya nggak ada
Sure, that was a
orang.
deliberate dummy from him. Again, who still looks full of life. Floored by Caceres.
Yeah, that was a needless foul. They absolutely kicked right through the back of Wirtz. No need. If they concede here, he'll watch the video and wonder why would you do that. The ball had already been played backwards.
Joshua Kimmich, who stands alone in the last bit of sunshine in Massachusetts. This free kick is coming from the sunshine into the shadows from Germany's captain. Rudiger and Tar and Voltemade and Anton are all in there. And commanding the situation was Orlando Hill. Tar showing some great feet. Now about the ball. Off Caceres and left by Goretzka for a Germany corner.
That was good, solid goalkeeping again, under pressure from Heel.
Udah subuh belum, Tam?
That was very nimble-footed by a centre-back Tar.
Udah subuh belum?
So much time attacking, he's getting a bit carried away.
Udah ajan.
Third of the way through this first period of extra time.
Gallarza does some silly things off the ball. He's the one that instigates all of this.
Discipline really is needed right now from Gustavo Alfaro's team. It's back in by Tar, who didn't look like he was going to reach it initially.
Said the ball went out of play. I don't see it.
Nggak udah keluar bolanya. Nggak hand, Dom.
The arrow eased out of the way by Brown. To give you an idea of how much qualifying for this World Cup meant to all of Paraguay, the president, Santiago Peña, declared a national holiday the day after they booked their spot. And I imagine there may have been a few who wouldn't have made it to work that day, even with their best intentions. This is quite the occasion.
Masuk! Anton! Diambil offset sama Musialanya. Ini siapa dah anjing? Kayak pemain zaman dulu anjing, siapa ya? Pemain mana? Gigi lu Jepang anjing.
Germany asking whether it hit the arm of Gomez, that shot from Voltemade.
Looked like it was off the arm. That's number one, and number two, it should be a corner. I mean, I don't understand how this wouldn't be looked at. And I think the play acting is telling us a tale.
Interesting to get another view of that and whether Gomez's arm was away from the body.
Kena gebok ya? Cek VAR kah? Kena bola anjing keteknya. Kena arm anjing. 7 anjing. Gue buka voice-nya, aku mau sholat bentar. Gue buka voice-nya. Ya.
Ini.
Gue buka, jangan ngomong apa-apa lu pada. Gue mau sholat bentar.
Jangan ngomong apa-apa, oke kita diem.
Oke kita diam.
12 jadi patung. 12 di patung goblok. Iya.
Thank you.
Sanabria, who is an actual forward, but the first port of call is some defensive duties.
Sniper, tenangin diri lu sniper.
From this Germany corner, which
Power lu ya, di atas.
With the delicate touchdown towards Musiala.
Gua cover.
Lars is out there with him.
Tenang aja, ini just roamer nih. Mati gua.
And nobody in white could get a touch on it, including Jonathan Tah.
Oh, this is a good ball in. Throws the goalkeeper. He can't come for a lot of bodies in the way. Actually, it was defended very well by
Deketin Sra. Gua bisa ulti Sra.
Just to throw Tah off.
Pendek banget anjir ultinya.
Nagelsmann bearing his claws. Scratching the balls a little bit about this situation.
Banyak global ya hero.
Germany.
Nih.
Ternyata harus gue taunya gitu. Ternyata harus dekat.
Ganim ya?
For whoever progresses an extra 30 minutes that
teman.
they wouldn't really have wanted to put into the legs.
Sniper nggak ada ya?
World Cup dreams rest on this. Anton.
Ya ampun sundul lah.
Sizable frame.
When he took a touch, he knew exactly who he was aiming for. Is that man Voltemade? Just overhitted a touch. See 2 bodies on him.
It's interesting, really, that these are his first minutes of this World Cup, considering he was their go-to man during World Cup qualifying.
Drawing AFK.
So Kai Havertz's injury played a part in that as well.
Diri dong gua, mati dong gua.
Tenang Sra.
Kayaknya dia sholat juga Kak Jarot tadi.
Kayaknya gitu. Gua ke bawah.
Last German game that went to extra time at a World Cup, the
Slow sih
2014
ini dari
final
tadi
against
kan.
Argentina.
Tapi gua belum ada atas, nggak bisa gua.
113th minute will live
Anjir di TP kurang ajar.
Ada
ini.
Ada
word kan.
Mario Götze struck.
Iya teh.
Still quite some way from the showpiece event right now, Germany.
Atut dia atut.
Terus aja lah ya.
Ini juga missing. Oh tuh ada dia.
Oke gas.
Kejar terus.
Germany corner.
Gol!
Gila anjing.
Anjir tah gila bagus banget sundulannya.
Gila.
What the fuck?
Gila nggak jadi penalti.
Terus gua telepon dulu nih orangnya bentar ya.
Replay
bang.
Replay bang. Highlight bang.
Wah cakep sundulannya.
Gila.
Only a second international goal for him. But this is a big one for Julian Nagelsmann.
Jadi penalti dong Dam.
Well, this is the 4th
Jangan
set
nggak dong
piece
Cil.
that Tah's peeled off to the back post.
Anjing.
Paraguay should catch on.
Gila.
Macam Ramos.
It's a backhand header, difficult for a goalkeeper. He's going to his right.
Kadang lu sadar gak sih lu ngobrol sama tuh kadang gak asik gitu lo anjing.
Keeps it under the bar. You see a little touch of the fingertips from the keeper. Anton does his
Langsung
part
balik
by
Cil.
staying in
Combo
front of the
kita
keeper.
kasih Toham. Nice. Tos lu.
I think Paraguay will be really disappointed with the outcome of that. It was a simple
Gol.
goes.
Bagus lah dia sundulannya tah.
Absolutely delighted that
Tepuk
they're
bawah ya.
ahead 2-1 and Paraguay
Gua
now
kasih
has
hilang.
come out of their shell.
Tuh dua tuh bah.
Finally.
Gimana golnya?
Gua ada ulti sih.
Gue sekarang
Di cross.
ada apa-apa.
Ya pas kelar sholat
tadi.
tadi.
Aduh gak liat lagi ya.
very real.
We could be looking on Anton standing in front of the goalkeeper.
Nil.
And indeed,
Gua mau Isra anjing.
Jalal Jayad has been instructed to
Saya
head to the
Gue mau
screen.
tadi, tapi gak ada.
Maybe not all is as it initially seems.
Well, this is where goalkeepers are overprotected. This is not a foul.
Offside.
There's no reason for Heel to fall over in the first place.
Nggak tahu, ini lagi cek.
He's had a very good game. He's an excellent
Offside dari mana? Corner tadi.
Offside ngalangin kiper.
Perang.
Ayo.
Tahu sih tapi lihat.
Perang.
Iya tuh. Oh, foul ngalangin kiper.
Gua atas mana dia?
Gua kenapa ini, Cok?
Foul itu.
Jadi gol dong, Dam.
Foul itu.
Buset, itu ngapain dia? Ngapain itu?
Foul nggak sih harusnya?
Mati jihad dia. Ini juga nih.
Kenapa pakai?
Foul nggak sih?
Ya pakai bling.
Masa foul sih itu. Gila.
Foul kayaknya, guys.
Nice.
Sabar gue matiin lagi.
Tolong, anjing bangsat cil, anjing cil.
Foul kah? Jangan foul. Enggak deng, belum anjing komplain.
Number 3 prevent the goalkeeper to challenge in the ball.
Oh kan VAR. Gak jadi gol guys.
The goal does not count.
Gak jadi gol gara-gara dihalangin.
And now it is Germany who wear the disappointment.
Ente
There's no reason for the
Jerman.
goalkeeper to fall to the ground at all. And in fact, when he saw Tau was going to be heading the ball, he quickly got right up off of his feet. He was trying to play act to the referee, and he got away with it.
And so, it is still Germany 1, Paraguay 1 here.
Be really interesting now. Both teams have to keep their cool, keep their calm, their nerve.
Ya, mentalnya ngedrop ini.
Technical areas are heeding your advice right now.
No, in the technical areas, no, but the players on the pitch, they have to.
Comes the throw from Paraguay from Alonso. Altamada and Havertz. Top field by Goretzka. Steady downfield from Velasquez for Paraguay. Javier has won the corner here.
So now it's Germany to face one of their Achilles heels.
Yeah, and the flow of this extraordinary game.
Malah gol nih Paraguay.
Alonso, Neuer scrambling, and the ball has gone over the
Out
line.
lagi.
He didn't look too certain at
Offset
all.
itu, offset bulan.
No, there was nothing to be certain about because you're in a really awkward position. You think you could come out for it, and then when it's clipped in this manner, his starting position's good, but there was no way he could come out for that second cross.
Musiala bundling his way into the box. Voltamada now gone over inside the box. The German technical area are up in arms about that. because of that long delay determining whether that Germany goal was going to count. We are into the last minute of the 4 of stoppage time at the end of this first half of extra time. With almost a wrestling-like move to bring Valdemar Anton down to the ground. France and Sweden are not short of homework, are they? All this football, one of those two in the round of 16 for one of these two. Swung in by Anton, half away by Velázquez.
Havertz!
Towards Havertz!
Has
his hands on it.
Oh,
Just above the head of Baltimore.
That was well played all around. Really good cross in. Havertz did ever so well.
Demi cintaku padamu.
Up and over the goalkeeper to the far post.
Wah, gila.
Hilda's very well to keep a hold of it. Perhaps his own player clipped him on the back of the head.
Pala temennya sendiri tuh
He's holding the back of his head, but I don't see any contact with the back of his head.
Oh, kok injek anjing.
I think the referee got that one spot on.
Was a header just a ball ahead.
Masa penalti, Jeng?
He got there a step in front.
And we are as we were, 1-1 in extra time.
And
only 15 more minutes now, otherwise Germany and Paraguay will have to go to penalties to determine who is going through to the round of 16 at this World Cup.
Fase extra time di 15x2 pertama. Terjadi drama yang begitu spesial dengan 1 gol dari Jerman yang sempat dianulir. Ini tentu membuat banyak sekali reaksi yang terjadi ketika Paraguay mencoba mencegah terjadinya gol dari Jerman. Tapi memang ada gerakan Reza dan Mas Gita dari Valdemar Anton yang mencegah pergerakan dari Orlando Gil. VAR checking dan tidak jadi disahkan.
Boring.
Situasi sekarang masih sama kuat, Reza.
Iya, memang tadi kita lihat ya, lagi-lagi kedua tim sangat kesulitan dalam situasi defense set piece, termasuk juga Paraguay. Jadi mungkin Paraguay mereka punya physicality yang bagus, tapi secara postur rata-rata tinggi badan Jerman sedikit lebih unggul, apalagi dengan masuknya Valdemar Anton, masuknya Nick Voldemade, dan mereka mencoba untuk memanfaatkan hal tersebut karena sejumlah peluang di babak pertama extra time ini ya memang mayoritas dari umpan-umpan silang yang dikirimkan langsung kepada para pemain dari Jerman di kotak penalti.
Ya, kalau kita lihat secara keseluruhan Jerman sudah merubah permainan mereka. Banyak peluang yang mereka dapat, XG mereka juga meningkat lebih dari 1 sekarang. Tapi balik-balik lagi penjaga gawang Orlando Gil terlepas dari gol tadi yang dia dilanggar, ada 1 penyelamatan di akhir babak pertama tadi.
Ya, kita akan langsung melihat fase kedua dari 15 menit di extra time. Siapakah yang akan melaju ke 16 besar? Kita akan temukan jawabannya di kick-off dari extra time yang kedua. Selamat menyaksikan.
Will be, of course, the first shootout of this World Cup, and we had 5 at the 2022 FIFA World Cup penalty shootouts, which was the most we've ever had in the tournament before. So can Germany dust themselves down and breach Paraguay again here, having thought they'd done it with that Jonathan Tah goal?
Oh, there's some tired legs, tired minds. This time the foul off, the ball goes against Havertz.
Ya, Havertz dimainin 120 menit dah anjing, gila, tumben-tumbenan loh. Biasanya diganti, Jing.
He just turned and there was Canale, who's been a wall all evening.
Siapa mau diganti?
And it must be said, Paraguay defensively
baru dapat kuning lagi.
Really strong, really good. You cannot fault any of the work rate from any of the Paraguayan players.
Jose Canale only got his first call up in March. He's long overlooked, the Paraguay centre half. Copa Sudamericana champion of 2025. He actually scored the winning goal with his head in that final, so he is immortalised forever because of that. With his club side Lanús in Argentina. And throughout the German domination, and it largely has been German domination in this game, Paraguay keep getting moments like this.
Domination with the ball for sure. Domination on set pieces, not as much, especially defending them.
Mauricio's free kick for Paraguay. And Tar there to hook it into touch. It is a corner to Paraguay. Mauricio's now gone all the way over to the other side to take this set piece as well. Blitz did well to reach that ahead of Gomez. Mauricio, that's a better ball. Needed Kimmich and Rudiger together to stop it. Well, he is a man of footballing substance, but also a lover of science, Gustavo Alfaro, and philosophy and literature. And when he speaks, you make an appointment to listen. He regularly delivers some very well thought out, headline-inducing sound bites, but nothing would be a headline like a Paraguay win here would make the headlines. Ojeda restarting it, Alonso. Ojeda. Mauricio. Dealt with by Tar. Won back well, though, by Cubas. Showing no signs of stopping, is he, in that midfield?
No, the amount of running he and Gallarza have done. Bobadilla before he came off as well.
Well, it's his club football with the Vancouver Whitecaps, Andres Cubas, and because of that, with the Vancouver Whitecaps, he plays alongside Thomas Muller. Well, I very much doubt will be willing his club teammate on right now.
Brown,
some space.
Ya Allah, touch-nya jelek banget.
Caballero, who has worked tirelessly in
Caballero.
going forward and going back.
Yeah, he was up as the number 9, then Sanabria came on, and he's now on the wing again, and that is tremendous covering from him. He has the pace and the legs to do it, but you got to have the will also.
Rudiger udah pincang itu.
Double German change then. Here's some Rudiger are not going to be around for penalties. Amiri and Chow are the two options from the bench. Paraguay will want to keep an eye on Jonathan Tah here, amongst a few in white. The 111th minute of this game. A Germany corner and a flick of the wrist by Hill, and they will have another from the opposite side.
I said earlier, it looks like he's lining up to hit it straight on goal, and he did it again. Hill did well to tip it over.
Now the talented Nathaniel Brown from the opposite side for Germany. Winning it back was the substitute Amiri. With Paraguay away here with Mauricio. And there are three coming up with him.
Momen mulu dia, nggak mungkin.
Here's one of them, Ojeda.
Kerebut nih.
Ojeda, Caballero. Well, Germany have the bodies back behind the ball again, but they were exposed for a moment.
Yeah, they were. They were outnumbered about 4 or 5 to 1. Germany did ever so well to get back.
Sanabria was up there to add a bit of physical presence to that Paraguay forward line. And this is the footballing equivalent, isn't it, of Paraguay's famous Itaipu Dam. Such a powerful performance from them. Eight minutes away from taking the might of Germany to penalties.
Woi, kenapa itu? Kaget suaranya.
Sent sprawling by Alonso. He's possibly done himself more damage than he did to Germany's flashy winger there.
I think it is a foul, but it was Alonso that got stepped on, you see there, by Musiala. I understand why Alonso's wincing in pain.
In a separate moment, Galarza's now down to.
Jadi lapar lagi gua, anjing udah makan.
It looks like the referee saw exactly what happened with Galarza, and he's not having any of it. Come on.
Berebutan bola.
Made a full recovery. He's part of the Paraguayan party now inside that box, trying to defend this German free kick, which is lobbed in by Kimmich, and another brilliant claim by Hill.
Yeah, really good. There's big bodies, German players, big Voltamati right behind them. Another good claim.
Tuh, mainnya begitu doang Paraguay dari tadi anjing. Tuh.
Cleanly taken from Amiri. Caballero. He's on the floor and then back on his feet, and Voltamata pinched it from him, and
Kai.
Havertz moving for Germany. Havertz down into navy blue traffic. We've now gone beyond the famous 113th minute mark for Germany. Less than 6 to play. Amiri. Kimmich. Anton. Musiala. Was swarmed and then emerged with the ball and doesn't get the free kick. Oh, Musiala, that is naughty. And this is going to bring some repercussions for him.
Kesel tuh dia anjing.
Yeah, Galarza's been winding Musiala up since he's come on the pitch. That's not the way you want to take out your frustrations, but
berusaha sih ini.
I don't really think he got hit with the trailing leg.
Dungkel balik.
It is a good job it was just the trailing leg.
Yes indeed, but from moment one that he's come on, Galarza has tried to wind Musiala up, foul him off the ball, but this is not the reaction that you want. Musiala's picked up a booking for it.
He was one of the very few Germans to emerge with any credit really from the last World Cup in 2022, Jamal Musiala. 19 at the time, 23 now. Paraguay's 23 needing some treatments. Matthias Galarza. He said before this tournament, Alfaro, that his team were ready to offer their hearts and leave their skin on the pitch for their country. They've done just that. A card for one of the backroom members of staff of Paraguay. Well, he's probably never seen Germany at a knockout game at a World Cup.
He didn't look happy.
I don't think he'll be the only one wearing that emotion right now and in a German shirt. Whether here or in Berlin or Munich or frankly anywhere else in Germany, this is a situation that is fraught with concern.
Diincar gantian anjing.
Sense of familiarity compared to recent years. It's those two again.
Well, it's straight away. Galarza steps on the back of Musiala's boot to get one back. He picks up a booking for it. Rightly so.
A little more than 2 minutes to go. On by Havertz. And then there was Canale for Paraguay. Also can't quite find the energy to keep it in. Havertz swiftly moving on with the throw. Kimmich has dribbled away for a Germany corner.
Well, let's see if Taub peels off again to the far post, and if they find him, he's been free about 3 or 4 times.
Big bulk of German fans behind the goal of Orlando Hill, the goal that Germany are attacking right now, the goal that Germany needs.
Ini kejadian gak, Dor? Yang tim duduk Masden bakal kalah.
Brown.
Masuk, guys. Wah, anjing. What the fuck?
For Anton, but it was right at Hill. And that was a
anjing, apa itu? Iya. Wah, pas banget pelukan, anjing.
It's going to cause him trouble. Fortunate for Hill and Paraguay.
Wah, gila tuh sih.
When it met his head, he must have been thinking,
Kurang masuk anjing.
Here we go, my first goal for my country and a goal
Ya,
that is going to take
extra
us to
time
round of 16,
pertama
but
bisa jadi
it's
penalti
still
pertama.
open. It's still possible for both.
Jerman but.
Galarza.
Penaldo anjing.
Mauricio.
Wush, cakep.
Superbly done by Musiala.
Wush.
Who continues his one-man adventure. In the 120th minute with Goretzka for Germany.
Ya Allah, Kon.
Sanabria.
Clear. Gnabry nggak di bawah ada ya, Gnabry.
And Sanabria went snapping back again, but Goretzka. Kimmich. 30 seconds to go of extra time.
Ayo, 30 detik. Woi. Goal please. Goal please. Goal please. Goal. Goal please.
Tenaciously.
Goal please.
On the edge of fouls a lot. However, the work rate he's put in today has been outstanding. Could it all come down to this one free kick?
Well, he might be very busy in a couple of minutes, Orlando Hill, but he needs to make sure that he is busy in a couple of minutes.
Goal please. Please, bang.
Right at the very end in Boston.
Goal please.
One final chance for Germany to potentially break
2 minutes.
Paraguay hearts.
Goal please biar nggak penalti.
Amiri, it's wide.
Kalau Jerman menang sarapan lontong saya. Kagak, gue mau tidur anjing.
They dragged one of the players away from the wall, which they wanted to do with Kimmich's run. They just couldn't curl it around.
Buang waktu juga ini babi malah ganti pemain.
The very recognizable Fabian Balbuena on at the very end for World Cup minutes, and who knows, it might be seconds in a Paraguay shirt at a World Cup for the 34-year-old, but on to provide the mentality, the strong head and the hope that there's an opportunity for more minutes at this tournament for him and his teammates.
Ya Allah. Udah ngap-ngapain.
Be interesting to see if that is a change that is affected.
Jerman main Amerika kayaknya. Amerika kan nih? Apa Meksiko?
A change of sentiment from Gustavo Alfaro.
We could see in a couple of moments.
Habis.
It is going to be penalties in Boston. And now we really don't know if it will be Germany or Paraguay going through to the round of 16.
Boston. Main dah.
Manuel Neuer beaten in the first half by Julio
Lihat
Enciso. And despite Havertz's equaliser and the disallowed goal from Tar, which Germany thought would be enough for them,
Gak tahu dah. Rating paling jelek nih, Sane anjing.
time it has finished Germany 1, Paraguay 1.
Sane, Bron.
Dua kali 15 menit yang sudah dilakukan di Boston Stadium tidak menimbulkan hasil yang membuat akhirnya ada pertandingan yang harus diselesaikan melalui adu penalti pertama di Piala Dunia 2026, Reza.
Iya, ini akan menjadi sesuatu yang sangat menegangkan untuk fans dari kedua tim. Kalau bahasa Jermannya Elfmeterschießen.
Apa tuh?
Penalti shootout. Jadi memang Neuer kali ini akan diuji dengan pengalaman yang dia miliki. Walaupun kalau kita bahas Neuer bersama dengan timnas Jerman, ini baru penalti shootout keduanya.
Ya.
Setelah di Euro 2016 menghadapi Italia saat itu.
Zaza ya yang melayang ya. Nah, Mas Gita nih gimana melihat kesempatan Jerman kalau di Piala Dunia ya, artinya 2006 terakhir Lehmann yang saat itu punya catatan dengan aksi
Argentina,
fenomenalnya menghadapi Argentina di Olympiastadion Berlin. Ini menjadi adu penalti setelah begitu panjang dan akan menjadi titik menentukan apakah Paraguay atau Jerman. Karena sekarang situasinya 50-50 untuk bisa lolos ke babak selanjutnya.
Tapi kalau bicara adu penalti, selama ini kan Jerman terkenal sebagai historisnya adalah mereka tidak pernah kalah di adu penalti. Mereka hanya kalah adu penalti dari Brazil di Olimpiade 1988 dan final 2016. Selebihnya mereka selalu memenangkan adu penalti terutama di Piala Dunia dan Euro. Terakhir di lawan Italia di Euro 2016 kan mereka juga memenangkan laga itu kan.
Betul.
Artinya seharusnya iya, tapi mereka pada saat itu memiliki Manuel Neuer yang dalam kondisi prima, dalam puncak permainannya dia. Kali ini kan kita tidak tahu. Dan kalau melihat Orlando Gil tadi melakukan 6 penyelamatan dan 3 diantaranya di extra time babak kedua. 2 diantaranya dari tandukan Kai Havertz. Jadi ini yang harus diwaspadai. Biasanya penjaga gawang dengan penyelamatan-penyelamatan seperti ini di adu penalti dia sudah panas. Dia bisa melakukan hal yang sama juga.
Iya, kalau kita lihat ini pemain-pemain yang sebetulnya menyerang sudah dimasukkan oleh Nagelsmann ya. Yang menjadi pertanyaan adalah nanti siapa yang akan menjadi 5 eksekutor penendang pertama.
Ya kalau dari pergantian yang dilakukan ada banyak opsi sebenarnya ya. Termasuk Nadim Amiri sebenarnya kan juga penalti taker di FSV Mainz. Tetapi memang yang lebih penting saya rasa kalau di adu penalti ini peran penjaga gawang ya. Karena bisa menepis satu saja itu sudah memberikan impact yang sangat signifikan. Dan Orlando Gil memang baru 1 kali mungkin adu penalti di karir seniornya.
Lolos bangga Dam, lolos bangga Jerman. Ayo.
Tapi ini bukan hanya soal pengalaman, tapi kepercayaan dirinya di laga ini saya rasa sedang sangat tinggi.
Betul. Iya,
lolos bangga guys.
Banyak sekali shot stopping dan peran dari Joshua Kimmich ini akan sangat besar di laga kali ini. Dan betul tadi yang Mas Gita bilang ya, biasanya akan ada cultural experience, budaya dari pengalaman yang sudah didapatkan. Walaupun itu sudah lama banget.
Sudah jauh ya. Sudah jauh sekali dan Manuel Neuer ada di tim itu ya pada saat adu penalti terakhir
2016. Iya. Nah ini menarik ya kalau kita lihat. Apakah Paraguay memang merencanakan ini Reza ketika mereka sudah memaksakan laga berlanjut ke 2 kali 15?
Ya ini memang rencana mereka sejak awal ya. Karena kalau kita melihat terlepas tadi Anthony Sanabria juga sempat bermain di extra time. Tapi kalau kita tergantung mereka, semua center back mereka yang sehat
masuk.
Yeah. Bahkan tadi Balbuena tetap masuk.
Betul.
Di akhir extra time babak yang kedua. Jadi lagi-lagi memang ini sudah sesuai rencana. Paraguay seperti terakhir kali mereka menang di fase knockout juga di 2010 dengan adu penalti menghadapi Jepang di babak 16 besar.
Dan tadi kalau kita lihat Velasquez ya, extra time pertama kan dia langsung masuk. Itu dia menjadi center back ketiga yang masuk. Balbuena juga masuk. Itu artinya mereka memang siap untuk mengamankan ini. Mungkin nggak ke adu penalti, tapi sebisa mungkin mereka menahan Jerman untuk mencolong gol. Golnya nggak dapat colongan dan sekarang adu penalti jadi.
Iya ya, energi dari kedua tim nasional akan terkuras begitu banyak menjelang persiapan mereka menghadapi pemenang antara Prancis dan juga Swedia. Penjaga gawang sudah bersiap. Eksekutor pertama adalah tim dengan jersey berwarna putih dan nomor 7 Kai Havertz yang sempat bertarung di Puskas Arena ketika final Champions League akan menjadi first taker dari first penalty shootout di Piala Dunia 2020.
Nggak gol nih, Havertz nggak gol.
Selamat menyaksikan.
Havertz nggak gol nih, Dam.
Man who scored the winning goal in a Champions League final for Chelsea, the man who scored another goal in a Champions League final only a few weeks ago but was on the wrong side of the result when his Arsenal team were beaten by Paris Saint-Germain on penalties. Paraguay now putting all their belief in their 26-year-old goalkeeper, Orlando Hill, on his 10th international appearance. Germany and Havertz to go first.
Nggak gol nih.
Nggak gol.
Nggak gol. Apa gue bilang? Nggak gol kan? Mampus. Mampus Jerman. Mampus Jerman. Bilang. Ya kan? Nggak lolos ini dia. Nggak gol Jerman, mampus.
Guess right. Heel is big. Big frame, gets there, good hand. Brilliant start for Paraguay.
Pakai ini.
Another twist on this extraordinary afternoon in Boston.
Neuer, masuk ini. Masuk nih, masuk.
Make that advantage count.
Masuk.
One of their substitutes, Mauricio.
Masuk.
Against Manuel Neuer.
Masuk. Ya.
Mauricio. And he went the same way, but it was too powerful for Neuer. And it is advantage Paraguay.
A much better penalty than Havertz. This one was always going away from the goalkeeper, from Neuer, right in the side netting. Quality strike.
They are believing. Only 2 of 10 teams to miss the first kick in a shootout have recovered to win the World Cup. Sweden in 1994.
Nggak gol nih.
Ukraine in 2006.
Nggak gol ini, Chris. Nggak gol ini dia.
And here is Mr. Reliable, the German captain, Joshua Kimmich. Germany 0 from 1 so far.
Apa deg-degan anjing?
But Kimmich wasn't to be denied. Smoothly done by him. 1-1.
Yeah, he stuttered just at the last moment.
Kimmich muka kagak rileks, aman-aman guys, aman guys. Ini gol guys, maksudnya. Kalah ini nggak lolos dah Jerman. Udah biar tersingkir aja Portugal biar enak gitu. Lawannya. Yalah.
So Germany on the board, courtesy of the skipper.
Biar Portugal enak lawannya siapa? Enggak Jerman. Biar Prancis aja gitu, Prancis. Lawan yang berat sama Spanyol apa dah. Kalah sama Spanyol juga pride anjing. Bang kalah sama Paraguay.
Experienced player in their squads. How calm is his head right now? Very calm indeed. The centre half converts.
Bisa ente kalau pertama iya dibilang bener.
Yeah, he sized up like he was going to hit that with power, and right at the end, he chose to roll it along the ground. I think he was always going to go to that side. If Neuer had chosen that way, it was savable.
Man who has said he is obsessed with playing at the World Cup, Gustavo Gomez. Said he'd trade all of the many trophies he's won in his club career to have a moment like this, and he has a moment. And the pressure is on Germany and on Jamal Musiala. Oh, he got close, Hill. He got really close. There was just too much thrust on it from Musiala.
The slow run-ups always make me nervous, but there was nothing about the final touch. Really well hit, side netting, hard.
So the only player to miss so far, Germany's Kai Havertz. And next for Paraguay, Matthias Galazza, who is playing his club football at the moment in MLS, in this country with Atlanta United. Galazza, that's another excellent Paraguay penalty. They're keeping their nerve here.
But as I said earlier, a lot of left-footed players go to the left of the goalkeeper.
Enggak, satu lagi. Satu lagi. Habis ini
rolls it calmly the other way.
Oh iya kalau
taken pen.
Wah ini kalau nggak masuk dihujat ini dah.
And the window of opportunity for Germany to get back into this is becoming smaller and smaller. Voltemada goes next. And Hill makes another stop.
Belum sekali lagi kan dibilang. Satu kali lagi, Gung. Ini dia gol menang, ini gol menang. Mampus. Goblok apa itu?
Well, he just waits him out, and that is low to the ground with a decent amount of power. This is a tremendous save. Well done, Heel.
And so, Antonio Sanabria, a one-time wonder kid, a man who spent his teenage years as a youth player with Barcelona, has the chance to send Paraguay into the round of 16.
Jerman kalah.
Sanabria, he missed it.
Goblok banget. Ih, goblok banget.
Temporarily crushed.
Ih, goblok banget.
Still alive.
Ih, goblok.
The pressure goes to the strikers.
Ih, goblok
We
banget.
saw Neuer go the right way, and I think he tried to pull it, put a little bit more power on it. Give Germany a chance.
Kalah. Kalah Jerman kalah.
Who was giving his debut back in 2019 by Joachim Löw and then spent 5 years in the wilderness.
Blow.
Brought back in by Nagelsmann.
Nggak masuk nih. Amiri.
To maintain a thread of hope for Germany, he has to score.
Respect streamer.
Amiri does score.
Masuk kan.
And so we will go to the last.
Terakhir. Goblok masuk ke Hitler ini.
Now the penalty really well taken, but the walk for this man who had just come on as a sub.
Enggak dong. Menang Paraguay. Iya menang.
Pressure for
Ya seri dong. Enggak, ulang dari babak pertama, Pris. Bang Winda ini.
Came on with seconds to play for this moment. And for all of Paraguay. If Balbuena scores,
ayo,
Paraguay
tepis. Ya Allah! Ya Allah!
Oh, what a story for him! And the Paraguayans have blown not one, but two opportunities to send Germany packing.
Well, the goalkeepers are both standing on their heads in this penalty shootout. Kiel has made a couple of wonderful stops, and now it's Neuer's turn. And that was
goblok banget.
40-year-old Manuel Neuer with a tremendous stop to keep Germany in it.
Never has a decision to come out of retirement look so good. And so we go on into sudden death. 3-3, Jonathan Tah for Germany. And he's blazed it over the top. It's a dreadful penalty.
Goblok.
And Paraguay will have another chance at this.
This is just truly remarkable. It's one of the most remarkable shootouts I've ever seen.
Goblok banget anjing.
Tah goes to hit it with pace. He sees the goalkeeper going. Just didn't follow through, got under the ball.
And Germany need Neuer again. And it's another centre half.
Menang.
It's Jose Canale. Surely this time for Paraguay. He does score!
Wampus, Jerman pulang. Jerman pulang.
Paraguay's most powerful World Cup result in history.
Bye-bye, Jerman.
And that is what it means.
Bye-bye, Jerman.
This team forever immortalized. Neuer did all he could, but Germany are leaving a World Cup far too early again.
Bye-bye, Jerman.
They never forget.
Bye-bye, Jerman.
A day that Paraguay's footballers destroyed
Bye-bye, Jerman.
Gagal lolos fase grup.
Mampus,
2022
Jerman.
juga gagal lolos fase grup, dan di 2026 ada satu negara
Bye-bye,
yang berhasil menjadi
Jerman.
Jerman dalam fase adu penalti bernama Paraguay. Jerman tersingkir di babak 32 besar dari Piala Dunia 2026.
Ya, kalau ngelihat format ya, 2018 dan
2022
itu kan 32 negara ya. Jerman nggak lolos ke 16 besar. Ini juga kembali nggak lolos ke 16
Sama
besar.
aja berarti.
Sama aja sebenarnya. Masih ada di 32 besar juga.
Ya, jadi bukan
Sita malah suruh tendang.
Bukan Inggris di 90, bukan Argentina di 2006 ya. Justru Paraguay yang menjadi tim pertama yang bisa menang adu penalti menghadapi Jerman dalam sejarah Piala Dunia.
Iya, ini menjadi satu kekalahan yang begitu menyesakan ya bagi Jerman di sepanjang gelaran Piala Dunia ya di 2006. Bahkan Lehmann bisa dengan catatan, dan ini dia Jonathan Tah yang Mas Gita tadi bilang.
Guys, masih banyak yang udah nonton. Sampai jumpa lagi di stream Piala Dunia selanjutnya.
Penalti di event besar itu adalah di tahun 1976 ya. Final Piala Eropa saat itu.
Nextnya apa sih? Kita nonton jam 4 pagi anjing. Kita nonton Prancis, oke? Sampai jumpa lagi stream selanjutnya. Bye-bye, pamit ya.